useless. 7% of bamboo stock we have, it is useless. You should know how much it is there on farmer's field. That will support your industry. So for this, encourage the agroforestry, farm forestry plantations with this bambusa bamboo, your bambusa balcoa. That is my message. I am sorry, I have to run. That also sequesters maximum carbon because it's a fast growing. It can, in Odisha-like condition, we are harvesting up to 40 tons per hectare per year, per hectare. So half of it's your carbon sequestration, that means 20 tons per hectare per year. So from both ecological side and economic side and industry side, this is the best thing. You please concentrate on that. With this message, I am leaving. I have to attend some urgent high-level meeting. I'm sorry, please.
Thank you, Dr. Paul. For actually setting the tone about carbon sequestration and bamboo's importance in sustainability. Thank you so much. I understand your constraint. So now, moving on to one of our alumni, Dr. Robika. I'm very glad to see her because she's from our fraternity, NIFT and NID, and she did her doctorate from Delft University. And she has been working in the cross sections of design, craft, technology, and sustainability. So I have a question to begin with. I wanted you to set actually the tone right in the beginning, but because of the time constraints, we had to, change the order. So can you say that how bamboo and design are related, and how you say that what is the role of design in actualizing sustainability in bamboo? Should I give it?
So I think that design has an active role in sustainability, not just in bamboo, but in anything. For example, if this is a design product, this glass, there are certain decisions made, right? It's talking about the raw material flow. So it's talking about glass. So it's making a decision that a material is recycled, or where does that material come from? It's making a decision how production is happening, right? अच्छा मेरा presentation लगा रखा है, okay?
No need to. She would be okay with the question and answer only. So please stop that presentation. You want
yeah,
that?
no, stop it.
Okay, please stop that presentation.
So also the thing is that most design focuses on market and on production. That किसको बेचेंगे और कैसे बनाएंगे, right? But nobody actually looks at end of life. For example, we are all talking about composites. Composites in the current scenario are fundamentally super unsustainable because there is a natural material bamboo and there is a technical material that is formaldehyde or some form of plastic. Okay? At the end of life, because the composite is not mechanically fused, if it's mechanically fused, it can come apart. You have bound that material together. You cannot dispose of it like a biodegradable material, neither can you dispose of it like a technological material. There is no problem with plastic. Plastic is not unsustainable. What is unsustainable is the fact that its pricing is in such a way that people don't collect it and therefore it does not get recycled. But theoretically it is recycled. So when you talk about designers, why are people making composites? They are making composites to have some structural adequacy or performance that a natural culm cannot have. Designers need to address that question. There's no point of designers like me coming and saying कि boards मत बनाओ. Point is, study लोग boards क्यों बना रहे हैं, उसका क्या solution है, उसका क्या competitive price है. So I think design is very important, and I think that designers need to look at the whole production to consumption system and not just focus on manufacturing and market.
Thank you, Dr. Ravika. And one more question can I quickly ask you? What is the space for bamboo in luxury, section or luxury segment? How will you see it?
Yeah, so I was just discussing with somebody in the morning, and I think that if I'm in the luxury segment, I can afford to buy anything. I don't need to prove that मेरे पास Rolex है, कि मेरे पास चांदी है, कि मेरे पास सोना है. I can buy whatever I want to. I have the freedom. Because everybody knows I'm Mr. Ambani. मैं कुछ भी पहनूं, right? This is very important for bamboo because bamboo is perceived as a poor man's material. So sometimes when I sell something of 5 lakhs का installation, तो मुझे Instagram पे messages मिलते हैं. मैडम ये 5 लाख का क्यों है? इसमें सोना चांदी लगा है क्या? भाई सोना चांदी खरीदना है तो मार्केट में जाओ. So the thing is that in a luxury market, materiality is not important. Design is important, form is important, concept is important, narrative is important. This is why it is super important for bamboo to penetrate the luxury market so that the market which is viewed as bamboo boards and craft gets stratified into a larger market. So it should penetrate into the luxury market ताकि हम सबका भला हो.
Is it, I mean, can you refer to the BMRC, that metro station, which has probably set the tone for a luxury, movement towards, bamboo's movement towards luxury in India?
I mean, I don't know. I think that that is for me like maybe high end, but it is definitely not luxury.
Okay.
So, I mean, in terms of a luxury market, just to tell you in clothing, there is an H&M, right? And in India, H&M is mid-market, okay? There is a Zara,
Right.
which is slightly higher. There is a Chanel, which is high-end. And there are couture brands who will make bespoke products for you, which are above high-end.
Right.
That is a luxury market, right?
You're talking about bamboo fiber? I mean,
I'm talking about generally how markets are stratified.
right.
So I think that we need to find those markets which are very high-end and luxury. And the other thing is everybody is talking about bamboo as if it is one material. To me, it's like saying, ke, if I talk about metal, is brass and silver and steel the same material? So why we don't call everything metal? If
Exactly.
you're talking about bamboo, तो मतलब उसको बात करो ना जो आप material बात करना चाहते. They're all
Absolutely.
behaving differently. So चांदी जाएगा ना luxury market में, सोना उससे भी जाएगा luxury market में, steel तो नहीं जाएगा ना luxury market में. जा सकता है मगर normally नहीं जाएगा. So I think that we need to be a little specific when we're referring to bamboo and not refer to it as a mono material and definitely not refer to markets as a mono market either.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And moving to Dr. V.V. Srikumar. So and again, I'm changing the order now. So with your rich experience, I do understand that India has, if you look at the acreage coverage for bamboo plantation, both forest as well as in the private sector, I see almost 2 times more than China, what China has. But unfortunately, I see China is the #1 producer of bamboo in the world, and China itself exports more than 65% of bamboo in the world. I don't understand this paradox. Can you please tell something about plantation, about why it is so, why either the yield or something that is actually not allowing us to move ahead? If you could reflect something on that, please.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for One Future Foundation for giving an opportunity. So it's an interesting question that in China, they are dealing with the Phyllostachys edulis, that is the monopodial bamboo. So they have extensive coverage in hectares. They have huge forest areas covering this monopodial bamboo. So mostly all of their business is machineries, everything is related to the species. And mostly their units, almost all units like charcoal, these panel boards, they have small cluster units near to this Anji Forest Reserve. So that is one of the major reason in China. In China, apart from Phyllostachys edulis, they have other species also. They have huge other species diversity also. And coming to India, we have around 150 species. Quite interestingly, the species in Northeast, which is entirely different what we seen in Kerala, in the Western Ghats. So the species, for example, we have extensive patches of Oclandra travangurica in Kerala, where in northeast that is replaced by Mulli bamboo, Melocana basifera. So like that, in India also we have diversity centers like Andaman Nicobar Islands, they have some other species which is not seen in Western Ghats and in northeastern states.
Right.
So the need for plantation, as in the morning session we were discussing about the wide sector uses of in bamboo, that is in charcoal, the panel board. Even what happening in Kerala, they are getting the Bambusa balcova from northeast for construction. We have Uravu. So mostly their construction, they have to get the material from these northeastern states. So we need large scale plantations. We need to develop large scale plantations. And another important thing is we don't have the existing harvesting information, species wise. That is totally lacking. So we have a majority Bambusa bamboo, that is Dendrocalamus strictus in forest areas. Then private cultivation, we are focusing Bambusa polymorpha, then Bambusa tulda, then Bambusa kacharensis, that is an interesting species in Kachar district, some in Tripura area, that is a potentially important species, Bambusa kacharensis. So one of the major problem is getting seeds in bamboo. That is mostly as it is a monocarpic flowering. So once it started flowering, all the same age, the entire plants will be flowering. So all time we are not able to get the proper seeds. So we have to go for tissue culture. So large scale plantation we require, especially the commercial important, at least 10 to 15 species we have to focus.
Okay, but why it is so that when it comes to China, they have got almost more than some 1,000 species, but when it comes to India, we are counting about 136 to 150, 60 maximum of number of species. Is that one of the reasons that, okay, that is actually not allowing us to compete with China?
No, sir. We have our own species. We have interesting species because for edible shoot, we have ideal species, having bioma species, then charcoal. So almost all species we have. The only thing is we have to develop suitable plantations. So currently we are depending on the forest, mostly in Kerala and South India. Most of the bamboo resources are in the forest lands. In plantations, it's very, very low. So nowadays industries, they are also starting plantations. So the farmers, even what we seen in the farmers in Telangana, Andhra, they are depending our nurseries because there is no certified nurseries available in the Andhra and Telangana region. So we should have more. NBM, National Bamboo Mission, have guidelines for the accredited nurseries. So we should have more nurseries. At least in Orissa, we should have at least 5 or 10 nurseries having the supply of different species.
Great. I didn't know Odisha has got such a wonderful potential. Let me come to Professor Mahapatra, please. Since it is all about the conclave is happening in Odisha, I should at least have a question on Odisha. What are the traditional bamboo-based agroforestry system that you find in Odisha? If you could reflect on it and can see the changes over a period of time.
Thank you very much. Actually, we are to increase the plantation program under bamboo. To increase the plantation under bamboo and to increase area under bamboo, we shall have to focus upon this agroforestry based system. Because wherever we have seen in farmers field, because associated with this project since 1991, seen the farmers field where they are cultivating different crops along with bamboo. My point is that the things which we have not seen so far, farmers are doing it. Giving a small example, very nearer to Bhubaneswar, Bambusa vulgaris and mushroom cultivation, that is pedestal mushroom cultivation. We have read in science that if the leaf falls from this Bambusa vulgaris, the mushroom will be discolored, but farmers have denied it. My point is that when the farmers are doing a great justice to this type of system, we as scientists and policymakers are not focusing upon this. There are many traditional bamboo-based agroforestry system in Odisha, especially in Mayurbhanj, as you saw in the slides, difference are there. But my focus is that we should shift to non-traditional pockets where bamboo can also be grown, so that we can increase the area under bamboo. For example, we see in our rural areas under bamboo, mango, ginger, turmeric, they are growing it, but they are not growing it scientifically. So my point that we should focus upon the traditional based systems, should identify those systems, validate those systems, and translate those systems into technology, so that the farmers can adopt it. And I believe that Odisha farmers, we are working with the Bamboo Mission in a project, in ICR project. We have done our work in Dhenkanal district, also in Mayurbhanj district. I have a lot of awareness program. My point is that awareness programs should be more strengthened. We should reach to the farmers in true sense. That is what we read in extension education. Let us reach the farmer. Actually, there is a missing link in between. We can say we are not able to reach the farmers perfectly. Because you see, planting a bamboo plant in a paddy field is now gaining also importance. Farmers are doing it, but it should be more scientific. That's what we are not doing. So my first point is we should identify those systems. Many systems are prevailing. Identify those systems, validate those systems, and as for example, from SWA side, I will say we are giving a project to the National Bamboo Mission for identification of these type of traditional best agroforestry systems. And I believe that they have more carbon sequestration potential, especially when we are mixing a leguminous crop along with bamboo. The sequestration potential is more as compared to bamboo and non-leguminous crop. So these type of understandings are there, and farmers are taking it. And we believe that in future we can do a good job in this regard.
Thank you so much, sir. I'll come down to you sir, for a second question, but before that, let me move on to Dr. Ajay Thakur, please. Because it's all about, again, bamboo and connecting sustainability. So can you please, shed light on why bamboo is a sustainable resource for the audience, at least to...
Yeah. Is it possible to play PPT?
I have to check with Ashulagna once if we...
Yes.
Can we?
Yeah.
Okay, please.
Actually, answers are there already.
Okay.
In PPT, I put some
I would request
answer.
you to... Yeah, rather than focusing on the PPT, if you could...
Yeah, actually,
address
it's a
yes.
pictorial one.
Yeah, please.
Why bamboo is sustainable? See, I'm a forestry scientist. I'm a scientist in Forest Research Institute, Dehradun. So, I'm working on tree, long-term carbon and long-term sustainable material. We are working in a very fast-growing tree species. 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, we cut down. After cutting 6 years, we are 0. Then after cutting, we are 0. Why bamboo? Bamboo is, when you start bamboo, after 3 years, because it takes 3 years to establish itself, if you start cutting, our recommendation is 5 years, then after 5 years, one shoot you cut, you'll get 2 new shoots. It's a nature of bamboo. Nature is like that. So bamboo, you have to, in fact, I'll show you some people from Assam, Pranavji also, we are aware, people are not managing bamboo. In Odisha, I have seen many of the bamboo unmanaged. Unmanaged bamboo is a crime. If you don't cut bamboo after 6 years, that culm will die. So technically, it's a crime. Yeah. This I'll start with this. This is the live office in FRA, CCA treated. That time it was CCA. And 70 years, it's still working. Very good office. So if there is a no faith, bamboo का क्या बना सकते हैं? बना सकते हैं कि नहीं? 70 साल से तो खड़ा है, मस्त खड़ा है. Minimum maintenance, बहुत ही कम maintenance से चलता है. हम इसको सबसे कम maintain करते हैं. Next please. Next please. हाँ, ठीक है. वो So, अभी ये जो क्वेश्चन किया था कि क्यों why it is sustainable material, 3 years जो इसको डिस्कस किया, 4 साल या 5 साल के बाद डिपेंडिंग ऑन आपका यूज क्या है, आप उसको काट सकते हैं. काटने के बाद इसको आगे आप ये इसका स्ट्रक्चर है बैम्बू का. बैम्बू का जो राइजोम आप देख रहे होंगे, वो हर राइजोम में यहाँ पॉइंट करेंगे, ध्यान से देखिएगा. तो रेड लाइट वहाँ जहाँ राइजोम बड्स है, एक काटने पे दोबारा नया राइजोम निकलता है, तो ये शूट ऐसा ऐसा बढ़ता है। दिस इज सिम्पोडियल बैम्बू। ये हम मोनोपोडियल बैम्बू का बात नहीं कर रहे हैं, जो फाइलोस्टेकिस यूटिलिस मोजो है चाइना का, या हमारा सेमी एक है जो मेलोकाना बेसिफेरा है, वो नॉट एग्जैक्टली मोनोपोडियल है, उसमें नहीं जाएंगे। और ये है एक्चुअल स्ट्रक्चर कैसे ग्रो करता है। सो जस्ट टेलिंग कि यही इसका स्ट्रक्चर पूरा जिंदगी भर ऐसा रहता है एंड वो बढ़ता रहता है, बढ़ता रहता है। ये जो 10 बैम्बू वी आर टॉकिंग इनफैक्ट कि ये इंपॉर्टेंट बैम्बू है, ये इसका यूज़ है, कोई नया बात नहीं है। एवरी इंडस्ट्री एवरी सेक्टर इंडिया में यूज़ होता जा रहा है, बहुत सालों से हो रहा है। जिसका यूज़ है उसको हम क्यों मना करें कि नहीं करेंगे। हाँ, इन 10 बैम्बू को करेंगे, हम 150 बैम्बू को नहीं करेंगे, बस उसके यूजेस हमें नहीं पता है, मेंटेन करना बहुत मुश्किल है। ये जो बता रहा था बैम्बू का ग्रोथ का ऐसा ग्रोथ है, इनिशियल ग्रोथ आपका 7 ईयर में उसका प्रोग्रेशन अरिथमेटिक ही नहीं ज्योमेट्रिक जैसा भी होता है, डिपेंडिंग ऑन द स्पीसीज। काटेंगे 2 बढ़ेगा, 3 बढ़ेगा, 7-8 शूट्स तक निकलता है पर ईयर। और ये उसके बाद स्टेबल होता है, थोड़ी स्टेबिलिटी आती है। ये एक हमारा डाटा है, काफ़ी लंबा डाटा है, 15 इयर्स का किया था। बैम्बू कैसे इनिशियल बैम्बू जैसे इतना मीटर ग्रो करेगा, पहला साल 2 मीटर 3 मीटर। ये हम बात कर रहे हैं सेम कलम, ऐसा नहीं वो कलम की बात नहीं कर रहे हैं कि दूसरे साल का निकला हुआ तना या कलम बोलते हैं या स्टेम, तीसरे साल का। तो बैम्बू अक्सर 8 इयर्स के बाद एक मैच्योरिटी स्केल पे आ जाता है। ये एवरेज डाटा है, एक्चुअली कुछ स्पीसीज में इससे लंबा होता है। एवरेज डाटा हम हमेशा कोलैट करते हैं तो कम ही होता है, स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन इसका नहीं दिया था। ये देखिएगा कि जब ये रेड में क्या है और ग्रीन में क्या है कि 5th ईयर से, बिकॉज 3rd ईयर बैम्बू मोटा होता है, जो 3rd ईयर का शूट निकलता है लगाने के बाद वो 5th ईयर में हम उसको हार्वेस्ट करेंगे, तो वहाँ से शुरू हो जाता है। आप ये भी देखेंगे यानी एक बैम्बू ऐसा नहीं है कि पहले साल इतना मोटा निकलेगा, नहीं, उसका एक टाइम लगता है। बट बेस्ट टाइम बैम्बू का मेरा अपना क्लासिफिकेशन है 0 to 2 years चाइल्डहुड, 3 to 7 years इज टीनेज, ग्रोथ होता है, पोटेंशियल होता है, एकदम से बढ़ता है। एंड देन आफ्टर दैट एडल्टहुड आता है, 8 years के बाद वो मैच्योर हो जाता है, बहुत एक होमोजीनियस मटेरियल होता है फॉर वर्किंग, फॉर इंडस्ट्री, फॉर एवरीथिंग। ये सब थोड़ा रन करूंगा क्योंकि बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं। बेसिकली मैं एक बात कर रहा था, हम इतना बात किया, इकोनॉमिक्स का बात नहीं किया। भाई फार्मर या ग्रोअर क्यों लगाएगा बैम्बू, तो ये इकोनॉमिक्स बेस्ड है, बहुत सारे डाटा को कलेक्ट करके। बिकॉज मैं नेशनल प्रोजेक्ट कोऑर्डिनेटर, ऑल इंडिया कोऑर्डिनेटर रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट ऑन बैम्बू का हूँ, तो मेरे पास सारे डाटा आते हैं। आप देख सकते हैं कि 2 टाइप का बैम्बू है। इट्स वन मीडियम साइज बैम्बू, मीडियम साइज जो आपका न्यूटन्स है, और बिग साइज जो आपका वल्गैरिस, ग्रीन वल्गैरिस है, वो ह्यूज होता है। ग्रीन वल्गैरिस 70 फीट 70 to 80 फीट तक चला जाता है लेंथ में, मीटर में 25 मीटर्स तक जाता है, और ये लगभग 50 या 16 to 20 जाता है। तो ये दोनों का डाटा दिया हुआ है कि कितने साल के बाद कितना निकलता है, और ये एवरेज कॉस्ट मैंने आप यहाँ नीचे में देखेंगे कि कैसे निकाला है इसका जो प्रेजेंट मार्केट है। और व्हाट आई एम ऑलवेज टेलिंग कि सब बैम्बू को एक इंडस्ट्री में कभी नहीं डालना चाहिए। देयर इज अ 3 कैटेगरी, 3 से ज़्यादा भी हो सकता है, A ग्रेड, B ग्रेड, C ग्रेड। A ग्रेड विल गो जहाँ वैल्यू एडिशन बहुत है, फर्नीचर। B ग्रेड बैम्बू कंस्ट्रक्शन, फर्नीचर। B इसलिए कि थोड़ा सा टेढ़ा होगा उसको सुधार करेंगे। C ग्रेड पल्प, एनर्जी, वहाँ केवल क्योंकि दे नीड बायोमास, उनको कुछ नहीं चाहिए, बायोमास चाहिए, चिप चाहिए, दे वांट चिप। सो हमको ये ग्रेडिंग करना बहुत ज़रूरी है। बहुत सारे, संजय सिंह जी ने भी बोला है, बहुत सारे लोगों ने बोला है कि प्राइमरी प्रोसेसिंग सेंटर हमारा मिसिंग है। एक बैम्बू अगर मुझे लगाना है, मुझे इंडस्ट्री खड़ा करना है, अभी मैं जैसे मैडम है, मैडम को बैम्बू मटेरियल लेने में परेशानी है, इनको नहीं मिलता इनका मतलब का बैम्बू। एक जगह होना चाहिए ना, ठीक है, आई वॉन्ट 2 truckload ऑफ दैट टाइप ऑफ बैम्बू। एक जगह ही नहीं जहाँ सॉर्ट करके, बिकॉज द मटेरियल सी नीड्स, ये A ग्रेड मटेरियल में A+ चाहिए इनको, तो उसमें एटलीस्ट 50 ट्रक में से छांट के 1 ट्रक निकलेगा जो मटेरियल इनके लेवल का होगा, जिसका हाई एंड पैसा मिलेगा। हमारे पास कोई ग्रेडिंग सिस्टम नहीं, हम तो बता रहे हैं कि आपको होता तो हो। नहीं, यूज़ तो होता है। देखिए, यूज़ की बात नहीं है मैडम, बताए कि इसे सॉर्टिंग सिस्टम ही नहीं है इंडिया में अभी तक।
Yes.
चाइना करता है ना, चाइना
that
का तो
is-
पूरा कॉन्सेप्ट ही बेस्ड यही है। उनका एक जगह जाके मुझे सारी चीज़ें मिल जाती हैं। पत्ती, सभी लोग पत्ती से एंटीऑक्सीडेंट और सिलिका आराम से बन रहा है, उनका इंडस्ट्री है। हमारे पास पता फेंक देते हैं। तो जस्ट ये मैं अब इसको क्विकली रन करूंगा बहुत जल्दी, थोड़ा
If you
सा
could
stuck कर
quickly
गया।
move
हाँ,
on
हाँ,
and-
नहीं नहीं, उसमें मैं एक उड़ीसा पे आना चाहता
Yes.
हूँ बस। That's a Orissa specific slide.
I would rather keep a question in the second round for you. I'm very specific to Odisha because
Yeah,
we all
sure,
like to
sure.
understand also.
ये एक्चुअली इस पे मैं दिखाना चाहता हूँ, ये हमारा एक सिस्टम डेवलप किया। ऑल्दो मैं बायोटेक्नोलॉजिस्ट हूँ, क्वालिटी प्लांटिंग मटेरियल पे काम करता हूँ। ये पूरा सेट है, 50,000 रुपए में पूरा सेट बना। इस सेट के साथ कोई कंस्ट्रक्शन इंडस्ट्री, कोई फर्नीचर इंडस्ट्री, 6 आदमी का एम्प्लॉयमेंट के साथ चलता है। ऑलरेडी बहुत महंगा काम नहीं है। सरकार को भी कई बार बोला है, अब सरकार जाने, बट कोई अगर यहाँ करना चाहेंगे, एक पूरा सेट है, कोई आदमी करेगा। अमेजन पे अवेलेबल है ये सारी चीज़ें, किट है, किट का सेट बनाया हुआ, फर्नीचर बनाइए, हाई एंड का मिलता है, पैसा अच्छा मिलता है। जस्ट
Dr. Thakur, if you could please. And thank you so much.
Yeah.
I have a question for you at the concluding round before I move on to. So let me, I've a lot to hear from Dr. Ravika. So if, because you have been, again, working in the fashion industry, design and craft sector, you have your own jewelry brand, bamboo-based jewelry brand. Would you please tell something about why bamboo is not, popularized in India despite so many people working in the sector? Traditionally, and I see also new entrepreneurs coming in, joining the sector, but still I find it's not that popularized as we see in China, Vietnam, or in Thailand.
So I spoke about this in the earlier part of the morning. I think that we have very strange targets when we say we want to be like China. China has a different political climate. China has different tariff systems and agreements with the world. China has a different material. China has everything different than us. I have no problem with China. I have a problem with us wanting to be like anybody else. I would rather, the question is that why have we not maximized our resource? What is the best utilization of our resource for our national interests, which can include our people and trade with the rest of the world? So I don't understand why we are talking about China or Philippines or Vietnam. They have their industry, they have their tradition, they have their people, they have their market. So my entire issue is that as long as we chase other nation states' trajectories, there's something seriously wrong with our thinking. It shows that our intelligentsia is incapable of speaking for itself. And I think this question is seriously flawed, and we need to look at arriving at what we want to do.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Ravika. I'll move on to, again, Dr. Mahapatra, please. We know the role of bamboo in circular economy. Do you think that, quick question and I want a quick answer from you, that how you see that bamboo as a future of Odisha's circular economy?
Definitely, bamboo is an incredible plant, but still now we have not reached to that expectation. A lot of possibilities are there for increasing the area under bamboo cultivation. We have done a lot of research in Similiguda, Koraput under Central Soil and Water Conservation Research Training Institute. We have proved bamboo is a good plant under harsh conditions, environmentally harsh condition. We can see the establishment very fast, and also soil erosion, resisting erosion capacity, increasing water retention. From many point of view, from environmental point of view, bamboo has a very good chance to do better in our condition. But the thing is that we shall have to reach to the right people at the right time, which perhaps I believe till today we are not up to that mark. We are not reaching the true farmers. Our objective is to develop true bamboo entrepreneur. Till now we have not able to do that, but we should move in that direction. It is right time right now. Because research is more. We have done a lot of research on bamboo cultivation, but extension side is lacking. We should reach to the people who are really doing that bamboo research. So I feel definitely in coming years, we will be more responsive to that, and we will believe that this incredible plant will solve many problems, including the soil health, including the environmental health. Thank you.
Dr. Mahapatra, I'm looking forward to see a bright future for Odisha in the context of bamboo. So now moving on to a concluding remark from Dr. Shikumar, please. So you know, in 2017, for the first time, the NDA government only declared that bamboo is a grass. Until then, it was considered as a part of, you know, the forest resource, and it was nothing to do with the private property and private cultivation and so. So how you see the impact of this act, the very 2017 act, in promoting bamboo for, you know, cultivation in India, other than, you know, the natural ecosystem that you've seen the forest land?
Yes, still we have to, as we know that still most of the bamboo resources are in forest area. We should have some policy, a sustainable extraction policy we should have from the higher level. Because another area we have to think is, as I pointed, development of plantations. For example, you see tissue culture is one of the options for large scale quality planting material.
Right.
Because some of the species, it is the seeds are totally sterile. For example, this Balkova is a classical example. Then there is Cacharensis, Green vulgaris, the Stocksai. So all these species, we should go for tissue culture. For example, if we are raising large scale plantations. So for this, we should have the superior clones in hand. So that is one of the prime thing. We have to identify the best ones, like as we are doing other. So KFRA and ICFRA, we are doing that. So, but in my opinion, we should have a nationwide mission program at least for 15 species. We should have a mission program involving RDs, then forest officials, agriculture departments, NGOs. So for this assemblage of superior clones and large-scale multiplications, then only we will be able to meet our bamboo resource requirements in the future.
I think it's not only about bamboo, I mean, cultivation, it's more about integrating the entire value chain.
Because large-scale planting material, it is required. For example, sometimes we will get query from some farmers or some industries, 1 lakh seedlings. So we are not able to meet the requirements. Now we are entirely depending on the seeds. So that is one of the major thing we have to focus.
Thank you so much. Moving on to Dr. Thakur. So you have talked about, you know, presentation that bamboo economics, in fact. How you see how we visualize, in fact, the bamboo sector, the prospect of bamboo sector in Odisha.
I'll start with just continue with the Shri Kumar, what he said. आपको अगर 1 लाख हेक्टेयर टारगेट है 5 साल में, आपको 5 करोड़ पौधा चाहिए. 5 करोड़ पौधा के लिए आपको 1200 हेक्टेयर का नर्सरी लैंड चाहिए. 1200 हेक्टेयर का नर्सरी लैंड चाहिए और लगभग 30-40 हज़ार आदमी उसमें एम्प्लॉय करना होगा. आपके पास पहला प्लान होना चाहिए, क्योंकि आपका 1 लाख हेक्टेयर में जब प्लांट लगाएंगे आफ्टर 5 years, वो अप्रोक्सीमेटली 40 to 50 लाख हेक्टेयर बैम्बू प्रोड्यूस करेगा. ये प्लान आपका होगा, तब आप इंडस्ट्री को उसके हिसाब से करिए. बैम्बू टाइम तो लेगा, और से कम लेगा, टाइम तो लेगा. तो ये तो पहला प्लान करें. यही सेम चीज़ मैं महाराष्ट्र को भी बोला, उनका 11 लाख हेक्टेयर का टारगेट है. तो ये सारा मल्टीप्लिकेशन उनको 11 से कर दीजिए. उनको पता, उनके सीएम को भी बताया और उन्होंने सुना. दे आर ऑलरेडी इम्प्लीमेंटिंग. गुड थिंग इज़ हमारे पास पॉलिसी क्या है. तो उड़ीसा में आपको पुश करना होगा. देयर आर 2 एरिया आई वुड लाइक टू. एक, आप लोग को पता होगा मनरेगा, जो अब चेंज हो गया है नाम. मनरेगा में हमेशा कहता हूँ, मैं खुद उसका एक पार्टी था SOP देने के लिए. बैम्बू इज़ पार्ट ऑफ मनरेगा. महाराष्ट्र ने उस पॉलिसी को, जो नेशनल पॉलिसी थी, उसको इम्प्लीमेंट किया. 7 लाख रुपया पर हेक्टेयर वो फार्मर को ग्रो करने के लिए फॉर 4 years देते हैं. वो दैट्स अ गुड कंपनसेशन, क्योंकि 4 साल फार्मर करेगा क्या? 4 साल के बाद ही तो कुछ मिलेगा ना. जब उसके बाद 5वें साल से ही विल स्टार्ट गेटिंग. तो वो तो ऑलरेडी स्कीम है, उन स्कीम पे ध्यान दीजिए। NRLM, लखपति दीदी प्रोग्राम, हम एक इंडस्ट्री फाउंडेशन है उनके साथ काम कर रहे हैं, उनका भी फोकस वही है। उन्होंने 14 स्टेट पकड़ा है। लखपति दीदी में SHGs को वही जो नर्सरी की बात कर रहे हैं इन्वॉल्व करके करें, वो पॉलिसी सेट आपके, वो तो ऑलरेडी है, आपको इम्प्लीमेंट ही तो करना है। देन महाराष्ट्र इज एडवांस स्टेट क्यों बोलता हूँ, कार्पे जी भी उसको फिर से बोलेंगे। उनके पास इंडस्ट्रियल पॉलिसी है आज के डेट में। अच्छा बुरा तो बात की बात है, एटलीस्ट है, बैम्बू इंडस्ट्रियल पॉलिसी है, इंडिया में किसी के पास नहीं और सेंट्रल स्केल पे भी नहीं है। और उनका 4,350 करोड़ का बजट है बैम्बू के लिए। इतना तो 10 साल का NBM का बजट नहीं है। और NBM पे फ्रैंकली स्पीकिंग आप रिलाई मत कीजिए, आपको अपना रिसोर्स जनरेट करना होगा। हम कर रहे हैं, मैं तो खुद उसके एडवाइजरी बोर्ड में हूँ। उसकी फंडिंग सिस्टम अलग है, फार्मर्स के साथ या इंडस्ट्री के साथ उस सिस्टम पे नहीं, आपको अपना सिस्टम इवॉल्व करके तब काम करना होगा। और उड़ीसा में 10 साल, मेरा पहला 10 साल नॉर्थ ईस्ट में था, एकदम वैसा ही दिखता है। तो बैम्बू तो यहाँ नेचुरली ग्रो करेगा और कर रहा है। आपका वन ऑफ द बेस्ट बैम्बूसा वल्गैरिस, वन ऑफ द बेस्ट न्यूटन्स इंडिया में, ये आपके यहाँ होता है। आपको और छत्तीसगढ़, ये सभी जो अच्छे साइंटिस्ट हैं वो जानते हैं इस बात को। उसके बाद टुल्डा भी है आपके पास। टुल्डा न्यूटन्स इंडस्ट्रियल बैम्बू है। इट्स लाइक वो हमारा मौजो है। मैं नहीं बोल रहा, आप उनको प्रशांत बैम्बू मिशन मशीन वाले को बोलिए, सोनी जी बताएंगे, घूम फिर के वहीं पे हम अटकेंगे कि यही है करेगा काम। क्यों? क्योंकि वो स्मूथ होता है, उसका फिनिशिंग बहुत अच्छा होता है, उसमें दाने नहीं निकलते, रेसे नहीं निकलते हैं, मध्यम, बुद्धा बोलते थे ना मध्यम मार्ग अपनाओ, ये मध्यम बैम्बू बोलते हैं। बालखुआ स्ट्रांग है, हम हमेशा बिल्डिंग मटेरियल के लिए, कंस्ट्रक्शन के लिए रेकमेंड करते हैं। सब बैम्बू का अपना इस्तेमाल है, बट ये दो पे हमको फोकस करना पड़ता है। तीसरा, यहाँ का जो वल्गैरिस है वो बहुत अच्छा, वो उसका स्मूथनेस और इंटरनोडल लेंथ बहुत अच्छा है। ऑलरेडी यहाँ पे हमारे जो दोस्त हैं संजय सिंह, उन्होंने टेस्ट किया था। 40% यूज़ करना, कोई इंडस्ट्री का स्टैंड है 15 से 18% कहते हैं यूज़, बाकी वेस्ट होता है। 40% यूज़ कर रहे हैं, ये तो डबल जैसा हो गया ना। तो आपका तो सीधे प्रोडक्ट, ये यहीं का बैम्बू का टेस्ट किया हुआ उनके पास डाटा है। और उन्होंने प्रैक्टिकल डाटा, जब इंडिया का पायनियर वर्क हुआ था मुथा इंडस्ट्री में, ही इज़ द पायनियर ऑन बैम्बू लैम्बर इन इंडिया, राइट। तो जो तो है ही है। और इंडस्ट्री की बात करेंगे तो आपको सब कुछ, हैंडीक्राफ्ट से लेके पेपर मेकिंग सब सोचना पड़ेगा। और पेपर, जेके पेपर यूज़ करता था बैम्बू। आपको कोई भी पेपर इंडिया में बनेगा, कोई पेपर में 10% लॉन्ग फाइबर देना है, या तो बैम्बू का दीजिए या कॉनिफर का दीजिए। कॉनिफर तो है नहीं मेरे पास, कुछ उत्तराखंड में मैं दूंगा नहीं, काटना मना है ना वहाँ पे, तो बचा कहाँ, बैम्बू ही तो बचा, लॉन्ग फाइबर, तो आप उसको ऐड कीजिए। तो ऑलरेडी चीज़ें प्लेस पे है। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you,
Thanks.
Dr. Thakur. I know, I mean, from a poor man's timber to green gold, bamboo is such a versatile plant, and we could see definitely if we are able to integrate the value chain of bamboo, this country can have a wonderful future. Looking at the second largest producer of bamboo, I'm sure we can create a huge circular economy around bamboo itself. Thank you so much, all the panelists, for joining us and for your deliberations. Thank you, Dr. Ravika. Thank you, Dr. Mahapatra. Thank you, Dr. Sekumar. And thank you, Dr. Thakur. Before I say bye-bye, I would like to thank the One Future Foundation and Bharatiyam Trust and my own institution, National Institute of Fashion Technology, Bhubaneswar, for partnering with and organizing such a wonderful conclave on bamboo here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, lady. Please stay back. We have a token of gratitude for all of you. And may I request Director, One Future Foundation, Ali Bahar, to please join us on stage and do the honor. That was truly insightful, from civiculture to agroforestry, to experience sharing, to latest technology and know-how. I think we are going in the right direction. There's this very inspiring quote on bamboo tree, that the first year it sleeps, the second year it creeps, and the third year it leaps. I think we should take this leap of faith that choosing bamboo, you are choosing prosperity. So to that quote and to all the enlightenment we have had this session, can we have a louder round of applause? Please, everyone, give it up. Thank you so much once again. Dr. Rebecca, Dr. V.B. Sri Kumar, Dr. Ajay Thakur, Dr. Nirakar Bhol, Dr. Ashok Mahapatra, and our very own moderator, Dr. Professor Binay Bhushan Jha. Such a fantastic session was, so much to learn from, take home with, and we are learning and evolving as bamboo lovers with each passing session. Thank you so much. This gives the host team immense pleasure and honor to have such distinguished guests with decades of experience, expertise, so many things to say about the trade they are in, and having them together was absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'll request the technical team to set the stage for the next panel, which will be on technology, innovation, and value chain integration for new product development and product diversification. The keynote address in this session will be delivered by architect Neelam Manjunath, founder and CEO, Center for Green Building Materials and Technology, who will be joining us virtually. At the panel, here on stage, we will be having the presence of architect Laurent Fournier, architect and bamboo construction specialist, Ms. Kirti Jalan, architect and furniture designer, Kirti Jalan Design Studio, Mr. Ghani Jaman, master bamboo artisan and trainer, Dr. Anil Kumar Sethi, scientist, IWST Bengaluru. And the session will be moderated by Dr. Ashok Kumar Panda. May I request the panelists and the moderator to please join us on stage while we give a round of applause for you all to join us here, share your stories, let us know more about this absolutely stunning grass that we all have fallen in love with, that is bamboo. तालियों की बहुत ज़्यादा कमी हो रही है. I think we have such fantastic guests on stage. The cheer should be loud enough. Welcome panelists, welcome moderator, and we have architect Neelam Manjunath ji present virtually with us. Hello ma'am, how are you? Your sari looks lovely, and we are missing you here in person, but having you virtually also. We look forward to your guidance and keynote address. As the guests are settling down, we have an audio visual that will tell more about the context we're going to speak on. So over to the audio visual, and then I'll request the moderator to take the session forward, please.
The future of bamboo lies in the convergence of technology, innovation, and integrated value chains, transforming a traditional bioresource into a globally competitive industrial material. Technology is the engine that drives value addition in the bamboo sector. Advanced processing equipment and engineered bamboo uses improved strength, durability, consistency, and scalability. Technology reduces manual drudgery and enables industrial-grade performance. Without technology, bamboo remains a raw material. With technology, it becomes an industry. Design innovation and material science allow bamboo to compete with steel, plastic, timber, and composites, opening new market supply ecosystems, high-value product categories, and economic evolution. A sustainable bamboo economy depends on integrated value chain by bridging the gaps between tradition and technology. When farmers, processors, designers, manufacturers, and markets are connected, quality improves, traceability is ensured, and value is shared fairly. Fragmented systems limit growth. Integration enables scale and stability.
Hello? I'm unable to hear any sound. I don't have any sound.
Hello.
Yes, now I can hear.
Okay, are you comfortable now? Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, please carry on.
Hello?
Yeah, sure.
Are you going to have an introduction to the topic before I start?
Yeah. You can start your keynote address.
Okay.
Yeah, fine.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Is my screen visible?
Well, not that much. Is it okay now? Yeah, okay. Now it's visible.
screen
Now it's
visible?
visible. I can't see this side. I think they can see this side. Yeah, fine.
Okay. First of all, thank you, One Future Foundation and NIFT for inviting me for this keynote address and the honor. And I'm extremely sorry I'm unable to make it in person. And but I'm trying to, see that the program goes as well. I mean, as per whatever the schedule was there, and I hope I'm able to fill that gap. I will start with about let's build with bamboo. I mean, this is something like a slogan I've been talking about 26 years, and why building bamboo in buildings? That's another, because there are lots of products which are being done. We all know that the building industry actually pollutes the maximum anywhere in the world, for that matter, over almost 40%. But the amount of work which is being done by doing these green buildings is less than 5%. And on top of all that, we have all these problems that are happening because of this global warming. A glaring one also being the housing deficit, which is especially much more in the Asian cities and South Asia, if you talk about, and the South Asia, Pacific, all these areas where the population of the world is much more, and the housing required and also the community amenities required is also maximum. And so if we build with the same materials, the way the West and the North is building, we will not be just at 1.5%, we might be tipping the 5 degrees centigrades. And that's why we are talking about materials which are at low energy. Some of the reasons why we want to use bamboo is evidently available. And this is a comparison which has been more like my pole star, that wherever there's more population and civilization of bamboo has really been there, we get much more bamboo in those areas. And so it's like a direct solution for a local material to solve the issue of housing and development. The second reason is that bamboo has been traditional because it is abundantly available, and people have been using it in various ways across these regions. So because of that, the expertise to work on bamboo is there with most of the population even today. And even without much of innovation, people live in 1/5 of the world population lives in bamboo houses and 1/3 in around mud houses. And combining these two, if we are able to use these in a proper manner, we should be able to solve one of these biggest problems facing the humanity. Another very particular point about natural materials is that it's not one solution fits all, just like cement and steel. People have developed different kinds of typologies across the world, wherever bamboo has been there when available abundantly. And you can see there's a variety. These are all from India, and there's a lot of variety even in the different climatic zones all across India. So they have been used in different manners. We also have examples of mud and bamboo multi-storied buildings in our country, though people don't really know much about it, but it has been there. Having said all that, there has been a lot of emphasis on processing bamboo to make it have a value addition to it. And if this graph tells you anything about that, carbon sequestration actually benefits can be negated if we start processing bamboo to a point where it actually loses its sustainability tag or value. And this is something which has been a biggest issue, because people try to use bamboo, use bamboo and say that I'm saving the world. But what they actually do is something which is actually shooting the problem in its foot, because either they transport bamboo from across continents or across the country, or process it to a level that it becomes very plastic, completely negating the natural properties, and it doesn't remain bamboo for its properties anymore. And that has been a very big, that's a very big problem actually, has become issue. And people are also using lot of cladding, lot of beautification with bamboo over and above all this cement and steel that they build with first. They make it unsustainable, and they make it further unsustainable by covering it with bamboo and bamboo poles and also processed bamboo. And this trend definitely has to stop. There are several UN SDG goals that it is covered. That's another reason why bamboo should be used in different kind of, and I will not go in detail here. These bamboo buildings are generally show from across the world, and it's more like a proof of concept that how many different kinds of buildings actually can be, and projects and things can be done with bamboo. It's like a proof of concept when people say what can be built and what cannot be built. This is what the other answers, and there are various ways of doing it with different other materials, and that's what is, what I'm trying to show here is that there are different ways, and they are different in different cultures. Bamboo can be used in different situations in different manners. And so this is the first airport on the left and the second airport on the right. And I'm very happy to share that I was a person for material vetting for SOM New York for use of bamboo in this first airport in the country in India. I was contacted by them directly, for advice on whether the design will actually be can be used for this purpose. And there are some other kinds of structures, and they are also, if you see on the right side bottom, this is a material being produced in India, excellent material, absolutely not available to the common man, and I think a lot can be done just by doing that one roofing thing available in the country. Interiors also, a lot of interiors can be done with bamboo instead of steel and other materials. Small bridges, these are traditional bridges that I'm talking about, but there are also other kinds of bridges which can be done with bamboo, where no need of steel and other things can be need not be. And this has been my motto of building with bamboo. This is actually for people. And my way of doing way back in 1999 when I started working with bamboo is that because there was not much available, no data, no nothing, no clients, no people to work with. So it was design, test, document, and this is what I am doing it till date. The only thing I'm trying to emphasize by the term people here is that I'm not in the sector, especially for all the kind of innovations that I have tried to do for exotic buildings in my life with bamboo. And the bamboo is again not the only material that I work with. But it's more, and it's also not to have this kind of a dot-com kind of effect on my profession, but it's for people. And I am here to do buildings or use bamboo for my buildings for common people. And that's what I'm trying to show here. Many of my photographs, and I have been really told that I keep showing old photographs, but the problem is people don't learn even if you keep showing them and telling them the same thing over and over again, even for me, for after 26 years, that bamboo has to be for people and masses. These are pantry buildings way back in 99, housing. I'm just trying to show you different examples that can be done and different ways in which I have tried to use. Every project I tried to differ from what I did before, just to set an example of several typologies across my career so far. A prefab house way back in 2000, 2003, 2004, and shipped it out from the country, to Rome. Disaster housing in tsunami, for the tsunami, that we have state level energy park, different kinds of furniture, different kinds of, chandelier, you name it, and I have tried to put examples of these much before people even thought about them. Then bridge, the first one in the country, 15 meters bridge in Delhi. We are in a very biodiverse condition, toilets, public toilets, gazebos, and also shells, big shells made out of bamboo. And this was 2006, mind you, when nobody even thought about using these kind of structures for such a large spans. And shell roofs, these are all different kinds of buildings that I could design. This is a museum in Palampur executed. This is my house of 5 elements. And this has got a lot of mud and bamboo, almost in equal measure, along with stone and other materials. And this is the project with all made of mud and infused with bamboo in all kinds of ways, including walling, columns, beams, shell, flooring, you name it, and it's there. I just wanted to show that bamboo can actually be used in any kind of building, in any kind of situation, upmarket, mid-level, low level. This is my office called Bamboo Symphony. And if you can see here, this is another kind of, and I kept innovating at every building, every level. I kept on innovating and changing my structural systems and also the uses of the material in different methods. This is one of the earliest buildings which uses bamboo fiber in its concrete, and it's a bamboo reinforced concrete. All over, people are crying that bamboo reinforced concrete doesn't work. My office has been there for around 16 years now. And I want anyone to come and see. And this is a very challenging free-form structure, which is, which is standing on all these kind of columns that you see here, which is completely floating all over. This is not interiors; these are all actual buildings columns. Metro station, people have been talking in the last 2 years a lot. I proposed in 2013. We also got an international award for this. Rethinking the Future Award in the transportation category way back in 2017. Bangalore is talking about, though I am not a part of that so far. I'm hoping it happens in future, both in the interiors and in the completely in the structure, not for cladding. These are all structural uses of bamboo. And if I can definitely do this, I can definitely do an airport in a structural manner along with bamboo. And I'm very confident of that. This I have been telling. This is a Hungarian House of Music. It's a museum of music. Very different. This has got musical walls, very different methods. And then again, different kind of a shell with different kinds of, with a single column in between. This was the year 2014, through workshops, this is a whole project with a builder, which I have done. And this has got fair amount of bamboo inserted in it in various ways. And it's almost under completion. In about a year, we would be completing this project. And this is an ecological park. I have not been able to see because after finishing the initial things, COVID broke and I could not really go back to see how it is there. This is a meta slum we proposed to the Bangalore, Slum Development Board as a part of this thing, but I think this has not been built so far. But this is more like a very innovative solution in multi-story buildings, which people really make it for the slum development people, and they are absolutely unsuitable. Though it looks a very sci-fi kind of thing, it is not. It's a very basic building made out of a core structure and slabs and things, which making it very a structure which the inhabitants can adapt the way they do it in their slums in a horizontal manner, the same way it is designed in a way where, and they all can have their own energy, they can have their own vegetable gardens across the floors from bottom to top, and the bottom part is actually a community area where shops and things and children's things can be actually done. This is
Madam,
another,
can we wrap up in a minute?
I have 4 minutes left. I'll wrap up within that.
Yeah.
No problem.
It'll be nice if you wrap up in a minute or so. Thank you.
Yeah, this is with a rammed earth and bamboo, this one. This is a conference center. This was a millet center, which is a retrofit project, which is now under construction. This we presented at the Basra. This is a mud and bamboo shell that we did with all these artifacts from Madhya Pradesh by a famous artist that he worked with us. And this was the final structure. This is the India Pavilion at World Bamboo Workshop 2019, where we did this structure in 7 days' time. We were supposed to do a permanent structure. And from 2020 till now, this is a Pegasus of excellence that we have done. We have done a circular building. We have done a rectangular building. We also been working on pedagogy with the Albag University and done several of their projects, in their guest house. There is a creche. As you can see, there are 2 conference centers that we have done for them. One is completely finished, one is under construction. This is around 6,000 square feet. And then we have further work with them in Rajabahari Center, where we are doing a lot of work with them for different kinds of things. We have been working further on trying to engage with the students and other people everywhere, taking it across the world. As you can see, this is at World Bamboo Congress in 2024, my book, Let's Build with Bamboo, and also a presentation on the World Bamboo. And this is the thing where the CJBMT, which talks about education. I'm taking it to different places across the world from 2005 onwards, exhibitions and different kinds of workshops across the world. And the World Bamboo President visiting my place. This was the first time we talked about mainstreaming of bamboo in building sector in 2015, and I presented at the World Bamboo Congress in 2018. This was the first seed of the Bamboo City project that I will be showing quickly later. Different engagement with different organizations. Terminal 2, the same in the photographs. We did in G20, we did it in Bangalore for them. So all kinds of applications, and this is my project, my own center that we are building there. This is like doing it everywhere. This is the place that we are building, and these are the actual pictures from the ground. And with all this, we also are working on eco-restoration in large places with living cultures, heritage living cultures. And Toda is a major project that we are actually doing for that. Bamboo City is one concept, not concept, actually it's an action program that we are working on. Right now also I have 2 interns along with the World Bamboo Organization together working with me here in Bangalore with another 3 people and working on developing the whole DPR and action plan for Bangalore to begin with. We presented it also at Kuala Lumpur. This we also doing this is the latest one in this January. We are doing this Toda Community Center, using them and using along with them the community. And this is our this is what I was trying to do, because Odisha is a land of several tribal people. Taking it forward, connecting it to them, to the highest, and the people in the policy sector. This is my book, which is now available for the CBMT store. Anyone can write, and this is my 25 years of research which has been put into it. It's like a, and this is my last slide. You see things and say why, but I dream things that never were, and I say why not. Thank you so much.
Well, I would like to extend my gratitude to Madam Neela Manjunath for a wonderful keynote address. I'm indeed grateful to you. Friends, very briefly, I'll just tell what has happened till now, with a few lines also very relevant to our session out here. Just in 1 minute, I'll tell that. And once we conclude, since I'm an editor, I thought I'll take my journalist acumen as a privilege and give 2 captions to the audience. Fantastic captions to the audience, which I'm sure they will like it very much. My dear friends, bamboo is no longer viewed merely as a traditional or rural resource. It is increasingly being recognized as a strategic material for sustainable development, green growth, and economic resilience. I must say, unlocking its full potential calls for more than tradition. It demands innovation, scientific intervention, market intelligence, and a seamlessly integrated value chain that connects cultivation to consumption. In an era defined by rapid technological advancement, digital transformation, and sustainable imperatives, the bamboo sector stands at a critical inflection point. The convergence of technology, research, entrepreneurship, and policy support can enable new product development, diversify applications, and position bamboo as a globally competitive material across sectors as a construction, lifestyle, mobility, and green manufacturing. My very valued panel members are there. I'll be asking them questions. And I'm sorry we'll not be able to go for 3 rounds. We'll have 1 round. And in the second round, I'll ask for one-liners because I have been told that I should finish in half an hour. Yeah, fine. Thank you. Well, my dear friend, a very nice little question. My dear friends, this question is directed to Loha Fauna, okay? How can research institutions, startups, and industry players really accelerate bamboo-based production innovation? What's your view on that?
So, okay. Yes, I am audible. Okay.
Are you able to
thank you.
hear him? Yes? Yeah, thank you.
First of all, thank you to have invited me in this important meeting. So I will talk as a French architect working in India since many years. I mean, my first building was in 1993. I used bamboo for the shutters at that time. And so what I see in India, you know, we talk about biodiversity as essential to life. And especially from my French background, I can see in India an incredible technical diversity.
Kindly relate it also in the
Yes.
Indian context. In the Indian context.
Yes.
Kindly related, yeah.
Yes, yes, but from a French perspective, I cannot do otherwise.
Right, right.
So there is an incredible technical diversity, which is extraordinary, really. Almost every year, I discover a new technique, a new tradition, new possibilities, which is I don't have a worldwide experience, but I can tell you compared to France, it's extremely rich. And this is really, and yes, I relate to what Dr. Rebecca mentioned, that why do we look at China? There is so much diversity and technical diversity, which is really the equivalent of biodiversity for biological life. And so you have many bamboo traditions, and you have a very rich tradition of composite construction. You don't need to have bamboo everywhere in the building.
Right.
And anyway, foundation is not possible.
Very true.
Even if you go in a northeast village, a very deep interior village, the foundation are not bamboo, it is stone. The fireplace, which is on the bamboo platform, is mud, because you cannot make a fireplace in. And generally, the main wooden columns are wood, not bamboo. You could make with bamboo, but it turns out to be easier with wood. So it's composite. And this is something which I feel people working with bamboo are a little bit too much, exclusive, only bamboo. And I feel it's even better if you put a bit of steel. By the way, a nut and bolt is generally steel. Even pure bamboo experts, they still use a bit of steel, a bit of epoxy glue, a bit of ropes, and so on and so forth. So this composite material, with my friends and associates, we're exploring, for example, we are making now bamboo shallow domes. We have built a multi-story, it is under construction, a 3-story building with 8-meter span, bamboo floors, without truss. It's actually a dome shape. And the idea is taken from the shallow domes of Haryana and Muzaffarnagar. We have translated into bamboo. The tie beam is reinforced concrete. The dome is bamboo. They work together. Now, if you jump on this dome, it's even more stiff than a concrete slab, because the bamboo is in compression, does not work in bending. So you can combine many ideas, techniques, solutions together. Fine. And India is an ideal playground for someone who is hungry for innovation.
Okay, fine. Thank you. MS Kirti Jalan, please. What roles does innovation play in unlocking untapped potential of bamboo beyond traditional uses such as handicrafts and construction? What's your view on that?
Yeah, so basically innovation is equivalent to experimentation, I would say. So where there's innovation, there's experimentation, there's a bit of risk involved. So now it's up to us, the innovation. Are we talking about, okay, there's a bamboo there, and we want to make something totally different, new, like, usko todo modo, kuch bana do naya? Or do we actually try to use bamboo in a way where we can think, like, for instance, you're talking about construction. So can we use bamboo, which is already being used in construction, to a level where its largest potential can be used? Like, for instance, just now Loha was saying, they are building domes, that slab with bamboo, which I think itself is a big achievement and big innovation by itself, where there's multi-story and the slabs are not RCC slabs, but bamboo slabs. So is this not a great innovation which can be commercialized just by being into construction, which nobody has thought about? And if it's successful, it's going to be like world's one of the best and one of the first kind of a bamboo slab. Or do we look into the angle where we look at bamboo and say, chalo, aaj to sa kuch banate hain. Be it tod ke, mod ke, let's make fiber out of it, let's make fabric out of it. But when we are actually making bamboo fabric, are we really asking the questions that, is it actually bamboo what we are wearing? When we see labels of bamboo shirts or bamboo towels, do we actually ask how much percentage of bamboo is there in it? During the process of its making, how much of it is actually being there and how much is extracted? So these are questions to be asked before we come to innovation and experimentations. That's what I would say.
Right, thank you, great. Mr. Ghani Jama, lovely. Well, we had a little discussions a little earlier. pertaining to, the value chain integration and artisans ensuring scalability in the quality of consistency. What's your view on that?
Before I start, can you translate that into English, please? Can you translate that into English that everybody can understand? There are many people here who can't understand the words of use. Can you translate it down to a smaller level where people can understand? Because I know there are many who do not understand the words that you just spoke. Can you give it in a simpler word?
You want I want to be very slow or something?
No.
Okay.
I'm not asking you to
I'll
say
repeat
slow. I'm asking you to simplify the language.
Okay. Very good.
Thank you.
Value chain integration. I'm sure all of you know, right from farmers to the market, and how this chain really helps in maintaining scalability and the quality of consistency. I hope it's clear. Good enough. Move ahead.
Okay, thank you. I'm basically a man who's in the field. I don't come to the cities. I dislike cities. I dislike institutes. I dislike people who say, I'm a scientist, I'm an engineer, I'm an architect. I like to work with the people on the ground. So, when it comes to connecting these, I start with very simple forms of explaining it to the grassroots level. Now, a grassroots level man is a man who is in the village. He has no idea of what's happening in the city. So I'm going to explain to him, you want to earn money? Let's plant bamboo. I explained planting of bamboo to 4 young corporate people. There is a place near Kolkata which was earlier very highly irrigated by the Damodar Valley project. The Damodar Valley project is dead. There's no irrigation in that area. They now end up only growing 1 crop a year. So I told these 4 young people, go and take lease of 20 bighas of land. 3 years ago, they contributed among themselves 5 lakh rupees of bamboo saplings, which they planted there, looked after it with the minimum amount of money, and next year they calculate they would be able to get a minimum of 1 crore from the sale of the bamboo. The bamboo is already being selected by buyers. That is how I'm talking about integration, bringing it from the farmer to the city, to the market. What was the next part of your question?
Scalability and consistency.
Well, how do you scale it? How do you scale a farmer? I'm used to growing paddy. I have got 1 bigha of land, I get 12 basta of paddy. What is my expenditure? What is my take home? At the end of the year, at the end of the season, he takes home only 2 basta of dhan. Why? What happened to the 10? 10 is the expenditure for the labor, for the fertilizer, for everything else. That man slogs to take back home only 2 basta of dhan. Now, in Bengali, they have a saying, how much dhane, koto dhane, koto chal. Meaning, how much rice do you get from paddy? That is the time when the expenditure, the profitability of it comes out.
Very good.
Now, in that case, I connect him to bamboo, but then bamboo takes 4 years to grow. Right or wrong? And 4 years, what is he going to do? Khanjiri bajaye? No. I help him. Let the bamboo grow up 6 feet high, and then I give him, from Meghalaya, I bring him Lakadong turmeric, and he plants it there underneath the bamboo. Why? Because bamboo gives it shade. He gets 2 crops a year. And then along with it, I also give him ginger, which I get from Meghalaya and from Arunachal Pradesh. They grow well. The poor farmer is not going to wait for 4 years before his first harvest. In between, he is harvesting twice a year. He is harvesting haldi and ginger, and he's making a living. He doesn't have to work with a plow. He doesn't have to work with labor. He doesn't have to irrigate the soil, because bamboo does not need fertilizer. It does not need water. It takes it by itself. That's all there is.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Dr. Anil Sethi, please. Sometime back, we both were sitting together out there, and we had a little discussion pertinent to climate change and how bamboo material can really mitigate that. What's your opinion on that? I think what we discussed, you can always dilate on that.
Thank you, sir. So when we talk about climate change, we always think, some material which can sequester carbon or energy. Everything is weighed in terms of energy or carbon. These are two materials, like every product has to be weighed. When I ask, can we go for a construction with wood? A lot of people, they think there are two schools of thought. Then one group will tell, no, the moment you speak that you want to use wood, that means you are going for deforestation. So you are cutting trees. Okay. But at the same time, if I tell that we are not getting the wood from forest at all, our entire requirement is being met from the farmer's field. So in that case, wood use cannot be linked with forest deforestation. Bamboo is far better than wood. In fact, to use wood, you have to wait at least for 5 to 8 years, or maybe 10 years. But bamboo, you can even harvest after 4 to 5 years, and you can use it. Okay, so it has a great potential as a material to sequester carbon. No? Every man-made material, whether it is aluminum or brick or steel, it consumes a huge quantity of energy. So this energy can be converted into two categories. Like one is embodied energy, like which is already there when you harvest it. For example, if you are producing 1 kg of 1 ton of wood, we consume roughly around 640 kilowatt of energy. Okay, and most of the energy comes from sunlight. Little bit we put in terms of transportation and processing. When I talk about concrete, it is roughly 5 times. When it is steel, it is around 25 times. And when you talk about aluminum, which is being used as, everybody thinks aluminum is very easy to use. 126 times of energy you are putting when you are using aluminum. So from that perspective, you see where we stand in terms of energy, and from where this energy comes from, fossil fuel, whether petroleum-based or coal-based. But 640, we are getting everything from nature. Okay. From that perspective, it's a beautiful material. And second thing, in producing man-made material, we put energy in terms of fossil fuels. That means carbon intensive. But when you get wood, we are storing this carbon. And the more period we store it, we can store the carbon for a longer period. So if you use a product for brush, if you are using a bamboo, after 10 days you are throwing, you are going to releasing that carbon to the atmosphere. But if I use it in a building material, I can lock it for 40 years. So in that way, it's a beautiful material to sequester carbon and to lock it for a longer period. And as far as construction is concerned, what architect, Laurent said, not necessarily that we should go only with bamboo or wood. We have hybrids. India is not a country which is not been tested. Wooden houses are there, but high-rise buildings are still at the infancy stage. What we can do, let's go for hybrid structures. Go with timber, cement concrete construction, but there are walls are there, floorings are there. Even that can be completely replaced with bamboo or wood-based materials. So if you can replace this steel or aluminum to a great extent, I think we can save, we can get a lot of carbon credits. And there was a pity that, CPWD had completely banned wood use in construction, but of late, I think in 2020, they have removed that. Because being a wood science institute, I feel sorry when our office buildings, even accommodations are all built with metal door frames, because that was the condition by that time. Now we have moved. We are trying to promote wood. And when Western countries have built 83-meter buildings completely with wood, if we don't have that confidence right now, let's start with something with hybrid structure, where bamboo and wood can be integrated, and
Thank you very much.
we can save a lot of energy.
Thank you so much. Well, my dear friends, we are coming to the conclusion phase of our interface today, and there'll be a very common question for all the 4 panel members. Last evening, I had a discussion with Mr. Zama, our very worthy panel member out here. Today, our discussion is focusing on bamboo, not on wood, nor aluminum, or nor on any other material. Why? I think you can first start, and one-liner from each of you. 1 line or 2 lines maximum. Why we are discussing today on bamboo, not any other material? What is the reason behind it? Why not? Yeah.
Okay, I'm supposed to switch it on. Sorry. I never used this. Why not? Why not bamboo? Does anybody know, I heard the name Isaac Newton?
Pardon?
Isaac Newton? No. Okay, Isaac Newton, what did he do? What did he do? He made electric bulb. Right or wrong? Bulb. No, sorry. Sorry. I'm getting my thing. Anyway. Edison. I get confused in my head. My wires get interconnected sometime. Sorry. So what did he do? He made the bulb. Do you know what the bulb was made out of? The filament? It was bamboo. Thomas Edison, that was. Then after that comes the man who got the gramophone. Does anybody know gramophone? Gramophone. Who was it? The telephone, the gramophone. Graham Bell. Thank you very much. Graham Bell invented the gramophone, and the first sound that came from a gramophone disc came via a bamboo needle. There was a couple of brothers by the name of Wright brothers. Anybody know that name?
Right,
the aeroplane. You know what the
Wright
first
brothers.
aeroplane frame was made out of? Bamboo. So why not bamboo today? Why not?
Bamboo, bamboo, and bamboo. Right. Next.
Just one more point. Hiroshima. Anybody heard of Hiroshima? The atom bomb was thrown there. What happened then? Everything got destroyed. Right or wrong? Except one thing. A week later, the bamboo shoot came out of the dead soil. Why not bamboo?
Absolutely. Your turn now. Mr. Laura.
It's difficult to say something after that.
Yeah. Why bamboo?
Because it's here.
Okay, carry on.
Yeah. So, hello. Yeah. It was a very good one by Mr. Ghani Zaman. Why not bamboo? In fact, India holds almost 80% of this world species can be grown in India. So, and still we compare ourselves to China and Bali and whatnot. We need to really look into ourselves that what we lack in, and that's why bamboo.
Great.
Okay. The 3 basic things for life, food, clothes, and shelter. So everything is available in bamboo. It can be a very good source of food. Clothes, bamboo textiles are quite famous, and finally, it can be it can provide house. And the most important thing is the most sustainable material on the earth, which can be, produced in a sustainable way, to meet the ever-increasing demand of our population. So in that way, because it's a sustainable material, I think this is the best material to depend upon now. Thank you.
Lovely, lovely. Well, thank you very much, our very esteemed panel members. It was indeed a very, I should say, purposeful and rewarding experience for all of us. My dear friends, before I just started the session, I said since I'm an editor, I should give 2 captions for today's sessions till now. And my 2 captions for the day, I'm sure you love them. The first one is, reach the unreached. I hope you like it. Reach the unreached. Because that is very essential. Many people, farmers are there who do not know what really bamboo is. One should tell them what are the benefits of cultivating bamboo. I'm sure they'll be very much interested to go for bamboo. The next one again, another one headline which I would like to tell, which is very, very important is, let's grow with bamboo. I think you like it. Let's grow with bamboo. These are the 2 captions I thought I'll share with you. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for the patient hearing. Thank you.
Dignitaries, please stay back. We have a token of gratitude for each one of you. From the host team, I'll request Shri Guru Prasad Mishra to join us on stage and do the honors, please. Can we have a round of applause for the dignitaries and the moderator? That was such a witty yet extremely informative session. Thank you, Dr. Anil, for taking us through the technical side of it. Kirti, I Googled your designs. You are too young to be so chic. Maybe your soul is 75-year-old. I love the designs. Thank you so much, Ghani, for making us realize your soul is 75. Your art is that matured, I meant. And thank you, Ghani, for making us realize sustainability isn't a goal, it's a lifestyle. And we also have our very own Pathani Samanta, astronaut, who could measure the distance between stars through only 2 bamboo sticks. So we also have a history with bamboo. So why not bamboo is something I truly support. And to Laurent, merci ditoi la. We are so glad to have you. I learned a bit of French for you. We are so glad you're here, and thank you so much, all of you, for making this session so bright and beautiful. And a special round of applause for the moderator, who added his own wit and experience to this absolutely wonderful session. So the work of bamboo is pure artistry. That's what I learned from this session. Thank you, Shri Guru Prasad Mishra, for giving these tokens of love. Thank you once again. Thank you, Architect Neelam Manjunath, for the wonderful keynote address. Thank you, Architect Laurent Fournier, for sharing his thoughts with us. Thank you, Ms. Kirti Jalan. Thank you, Mr. Ghani Jaman. Thank you, Dr. Anil. It's been truly wonderful to have you all here sharing your thoughts, your stories that will inspire all of us to get connected to our roots, our bamboo, and grow it more in Orissa and make it a sustainable and profitable industry. Thank you so much. These are traditional Angavastra that is considered auspicious, and that's a token of love that will make you remember us more and more when this conclave is over. And can we have a round of applause for the host team, for One Future Foundation, for Bharatiya Trust, and for NIFT for being so generous in coming together, collaborating in organizing something so thoughtful. We truly love conclaves like this that reminds us, on the profitable side, bamboo can be such a gigantic industry. Thank you so much. I'll request volunteers to quickly change the setup for the next session, giving the heads up. The next panel discussion will be on strengthening stakeholder collaboration for a resilient bamboo-based sustainable future. That will be moderated by Shri Mihir Kumar Sahu, CA, Anil Mihir Associates. And the keynote address will be delivered by Mr. Sanjeev Karpe, founder and director, Konkan Bamboo and Cane Development Center. As the panelists, we will have Shri VP Soni, CEO Prashant Bamboo Machines, Dr. Pranab Kumar Nath, Bioenergy and Bamboo Supply Chain Specialist, Assam Bioethanol Private Limited, Mr. Sanjay Singh, Partner and Principal Consultant, Green Solutions India, and Engineer Ashok Basa, Structural Engineer and former President, Institution of Engineers, India. Now that our stage is set, may I request the panelists and the moderator to please join us on stage. Can we have a round of applause for the last panel discussion for the day? And we look forward to learn more stories, go back home with new informations. The day so far had been nothing less than miracle, with so many speakers sharing their thoughtful insights, stories, wisdom, their journey with bamboo, and we are all learning, very keen, observant. So thank you, House, for being so participative and connecting so much to the theme. We welcome the panelists and the moderator on stage. And there will be an audiovisual speaking volumes about the context, and then it'll be over to the moderator to take the session forward.
The future of the bamboo sector does not depend on a single solution. It depends on how well every stakeholder works together. Farmers alone cannot scale. Designers alone cannot innovate sustainably. Industries alone cannot create markets. Governments alone cannot ensure long-term impact. Fragmented efforts slow progress. A resilient bamboo sector functions as an integrated ecosystem where cultivation, science, design, manufacturing, markets, and policy move in alignment. Collaboration builds resilience, economic, ecological, and social. Shared knowledge reduces risk. Integrated supply chains prevent bottlenecks. Community participation strengthens local economies.
Good evening, friends. There is a well-known quote, wait until evening to know how splendid the day was. I think remaining few are the wiser people. They have stayed till evening to know what has happened throughout the day. आज से पहले मैं बम्बो के बारे में उतना ही जानता था जितना बम्बो मेरे में जानता था, मेरे बारे में जानता था. So because after this day's deliberations, I could know a lot about bamboo. Now I can give bamboo a complex that I know better than him about each other. Well, we have got very elite panel with us. So let us also know the concluding remark from them. Actually, it has already been deliberated that रोटी, कपड़ा और मकान तीनों चीज इसमें है और इसमें मनोरंजन भी है फ्लूइड के द्वारा और ऑक्सीजन भी है और बचा क्या है इसमें कुछ बचा ही नहीं है. तो अगर इसमें कुछ बचा नहीं है तो ये खुद क्यों बचा हुआ है? Why it is not being used? So let us know, because I am an auditor by profession, so my questions will be little non-performance side. So please bear with me. We have Mr. Sanjeev Karpe, who will give the keynote address. Sir, आप keynote address पहले दे देंगे? ठीक है. Then after that we'll have a question round. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Sanjeev Karpe from Sindur district of Maharashtra, district where world-famous Alfonso mango is grown. In 2004, we tried to motivate farmers in Sindur district who used to grow Alfonso mango. to do farming of bamboo. And we told them that in the world, 2/3 of the world don't grow bamboo. India is the country where bamboo can be grown, bamboo is being grown. And if you see the global trade, top 10 bamboo product exporting country consists of Philippines, Indonesia, Vietnam. India's name is not there. And if you see top 10 bamboo product importing country, India's name is there. So we said that why not India? Why Vietnam, Indonesia, Philippines, Singapore is ahead of us? So we formed an organization called CONBAC, Konkan Bamboo and Cane Development Center, in 2004. And this is the species of bamboo, which is Bambusa bambus, locally there, which is thorny, difficult to harvest, and not straight also. We motivated farmers to grow this species of bamboo, which is Dendrocolmus toxae, local species, easy to harvest, straight. And our competition was with Alfonso mango. So farmer expected that we should get more than what we get from Alfonso. So we said that if farmer want to get that much of money, we need to convert the bamboo product into very high-end product, and product need to be durable. So we set up a facility to pressure treat a bamboo, then certain primary processing facilities, straightening of bamboo. This is a traditional method of straightening by heat. We could able to straight bamboo as straight as pipe and bend bamboo as fine bend as a pipe can be bent. So we converted bamboo into commodity. Whatever size and shape you tell us, we can give you that treated, graded bamboo. We trained our artisans to make a bamboo furniture, set up one furniture manufacturing unit in 2007, and started making this type of furniture, trying to attract customer from the cities. And we could able to succeed in attracting customer from the cities. And hence we could able to give a better price to the farmer. We started with 120 farmers in 2004. And just because the farmers started getting better price for a bamboo, better than what they get in Alfonso mango, many people started copying them. And we have reached to a level where more than 10,000 farmers started growing bamboo in Sindhu district of Maharashtra, which is the smallest district of Maharashtra. And making furniture, we cannot consume that, so we decided that let's start doing bamboo construction where the consumption is more. We set up a facility to prefabricate construction component like this. And then this is a building just like a metal pre-engineered building. So all the prefabricated component assemble on site in a very short span of time. And this is the banquet hall which we built in Karnataka, 500 people sitting capacity. We started doing turnkey job abroad. This is Hilton's project in Maldives. We have constructed this restaurant in bamboo there. Very, very high-end resort where per room night charges is 10 lakh rupees. And this local bamboo and local manpower, we could able to create this structure for that class. This particular project has been rated as world's top best 16 waterfront restaurant by CNN UK. We got rating from world's #1 rating agency, the Forbes. And then we started getting repeat order mainly from abroad. We have done multiple projects using bamboo grown by ordinary farmer in Sindhu district and artisans train, less educated artisan train in our unit. So you can see here that bamboo can really meet the needed standards. We got a chance to work for FIFA World Cup also in Qatar, the resort where players stayed. The false ceiling is done in bamboo. We have prefabricated this in our factory. The panels and the installation is done by our artisan there. And it shows that yes, bamboo can be a really rich man's privilege. The image of bamboo in India is poor man's material, but we could able to change it. This is a resort which we did in Rishikesh, and Indian also started knowing importance of this material. This beauty cannot be brought by any other material. Only bamboo can give you this feel and this beauty. For Ashoka University, their requirement was to create world-class structure for canteen. And I think we could able to do that. This structure is well appreciated everywhere. The structure which we did for Ashoka University. One more resort which we did is a Timber Tales in Karnataka, in Kurk. This is also again a very high-end resort done by us. And 1 lakh rupees room rate is charged in this resort. So bamboo can be really mainstream construction material. Our concentration is to first motivate rich people. So the image of bamboo will change in our country. And we could then motivate many more from middle class and lower middle class to start using bamboo. We got opportunity to work for Guwahati Airport. This is the interior work which we did for Guwahati Airport using Indian bamboo. And we are very happy that now Indian bamboo and Indian artisans also got place in airport also. This is a species called Brandisi. This is a picture from Kurk in Karnataka. This is a straight hollow bamboo. This bamboo can be converted into strip like this and press in a board like this. Honorable Ratan Tata ji helped us to do needed R&D, and we converted Indian bamboo into board like this. And this is the furniture made by Indian bamboo. This board is better than Burma teak, world's #1 quality of wood in density as well as in dimension stability. And its screw holding and nail holding capacity is at par with the world-class Burma teak. This is the project which we did for CEO of Infosys in Gachibowli campus. From flooring to top, everything is bamboo here. So bamboo can replace all the form of wood. Let's take it seriously. Bamboo is the world's #1 sustainable material, and we need to bring it into practice. Thank you.
Thank you. Wonderful presentation, Karpe ji. Sir, my first question will be to you only, since you have set the tone. You have converted Alfonso mango growers in Maharashtra. You have induced them to go for bamboo cultivation. Can you, in brief, can you advise 3 steps, 3 clear steps, what Odisha needs to do in order to convert our farmers?
So in 2004, I was told by a member of parliament from our region, Mr. Suresh Prabhu, that carbon concentration is increasing. We need to look for a more sustainable material now, and bamboo is the right solution.
It was environment driven, not economic driven.
Yeah. So second thing what he did is, farmer need to now face erratic climate changes. His crop is not sustainable enough to take care of that erratic changes. So bamboo is the right solution. And third thing is, because bamboo is more sustainable, the all carbon intensive material is going to be changed in near future. So bamboo will have better future.
Why I'm asking you this question is, here a relative of mine, he bought 20 acres of land, preferably at a lesser rate than the normal land. It was full of bamboo. And he had to spend money to uproot those things in order to convert that into agriculture, I mean paddy field. And if you are going to suggest them to convert paddy field into bamboo field, so what should be the proper inducement in terms of government incentives, in terms of convincing people, and in terms of climatic support?
You need one convag in Orissa to do that. We have created this story 20 years back. Story of 10,000 farmer and 20 years of experience cannot be a fluke. So we are requesting your government and decision maker and important people in the state to just copy what we did. You don't have to do anything new.
Well, it is for the foundations or Bharatiyam and One Future Foundation to take note of it. Yesterday's discussion, I had a discussion with him personally last night, where he told that the government gave 7 lakhs subsidy per hectare. So if our government also is open to such kind of things, I think the economic plight of the particular farmer can be, better off.
Sir, let me tell you, the work which we did in Sindhu district, story of 10,000 farmer, nobody got any subsidy from government.
Till now, nobody has got?
Now, after seeing our success story, government of Maharashtra is motivated to spread it across the state. And now they are giving, last 2 years, they are giving 7 lakh rupees subsidy. But initial 18 years, nobody got any subsidy. Farmer did it on their own, because by doing bamboo cultivation, it is perfectly commercial viable and it can beat any other crop. If it can beat Alfonso mango, I am very sure it can beat any other crop.
So on its own, it is viable, not with subsidy. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm coming to Mr. Basa. Sir, you are the president of Institute of Engineers. Well, with your experience in the today's seminar, we have seen that a lot of exemplary construction has been taken place, right from airport to railways to other social infrastructure. So why is that it is not being extensively used in all, commercial constructions? What is the bottleneck? Is it the cost or is it the viability?
Extremely nice question. To be honest with you, bamboo has, I still remember as a structural engineer when I was taught by my professor, he, in order to explain the word resilience and rigidity, I still remember he has given us the example of 2 trees rather. One is bamboo, one another is palm tree. You know what happens when there is a force? Bamboo comes like this, and when the force goes outward, it comes back straight. So it is flexible and resilient. What does the palm tree do? It restrains or it tends up to a certain force, then it breaks. So that structural concept, that means in human behavior also, nowadays we are taught that we should be flexible. So philosophically and structurally, bamboo is the call of the day, I must say. Having said that, now why we are not using it? That's a very good question. And I am also a member of the National Building Code Committee, wherein we have got a chapter for construction by bamboos and other wood products. We have got a special chapter. The NBC provides the rules and regulations for making structures in bamboos, number 1. Number 2, there is also Bureau of Indian Standards for that. The thing is that what you are asking me, that these do exist, but why not? Why it is not being used? The same answer, until this gentleman has made an example, we are not producing that also. So that casualty is there in all professions, be it agriculture, be it structural engineering, or be it anywhere. Now the call of the day is, now as they have rightly said, my answer is, now bamboo is becoming a very, very precious material so far as structural engineering concerned. Not because it is flexible and resilient, but because of the carbon emission. Now, I will give a very interesting example. Government of India is now going to frame a rule. You know, previously what used to happen was that whoever is the lowest, that person will be given with a qualifying criteria. Whoever is the lowest bidder, financial bidder will be awarded the work. Now a rule is coming out that the methodology you are adopting, how much concrete you are consuming, how much steel you are consuming, we'll calculate, a formula is there, we'll calculate how much carbon emission will be there. So the least carbon emission will also be a parameter in awarding the work. So that means, you know, when these rules are coming up, and incidentally I'm also a member of that committee, so we are forming the rules in such a manner that directly or indirectly, material like bamboo has to come.
I mean, the carbon credit also will be computed in that. Well, sir, there are some other products are also coming up as an alternative to the traditional steel as a structural material, like glass fiber. I have seen few companies approaching me to, market that product with my clients. But some of my clients, they refuse that because ductility is not there. That is more rigid. But as you said, the flexibility and ductility is more with bamboo. So why not bamboo is playing a strong alternative to that glass fiber?
Yeah, I mean, again, now this is the age of, if you remember, if you see the old structures, evolution of structures, there are basically two materials. One was stone and another wood. Reinforced concrete, I mean, the concrete you are mentioning, it is hardly a material of 125 years old. It's not a very old material. People are having a misnomer that reinforced cement concrete is a very old material. No, it is hardly 150 years old material. But its life period is also very limited, not more than 100 years. I mean, previously we were designing structure for 50 years. Now we have been asked to design structure for 100 years. So just imagine, but you see the stone, you see the wood, those remains for thousands and thousands of years. So for the durability, these are the materials. Of course, bamboo, I cannot declare openly that it is going to be a very, very durable material. There are so many ifs and buts. And of course, after treatment, the life period is enhanced, and the compressive stress and other things are also enhanced. But it is too early for me to, as a structural engineer, to tell that bamboo is going to be a durable material. Wood, yes, I agree. But bamboo, to declare it a durable material, I think it is too early for me.
Okay. That means some more research needs to be done in that.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your answers. So I'll go little, not in the order. My question will be to Mr. Soni. Sir, you have been associated with bamboo machine manufacturing since the last 3 decades. I was just checking your website, and I found that there is no machine left which you are not producing, small to big. A lot of machines you are producing. A big applause for you for that. But, sir, we have so many products, bamboo industry products like machineries. Then why it is not being taken as a cottage industry? Why it is not practiced by MSME players? Because what I found is the machineries are also not very costly, and the products are sellable. Why people are not going into that as a MSME venture?
देखिए कि जहाँ मशीन की अपन बात करते हैं, टेक्नोलॉजी की जब बात करते हैं, सन 2000 तक मशीन के बारे में इंडिया के अंदर कोई मशीन टेक्नोलॉजी क्या आती है, बम्बू के बारे में कुछ मशीन आती है, किसी को मालूम नहीं था। जब धीरे धीरे करीबन 2000 में हमारे पास एक पार्टी आई थी, बोले उसको अगरबत्ती की स्क्वायर स्टिक की मशीन चाहिए। उस समय हमको भी मालूम था बम्बू की मशीन्स भी आती है, बम्बू के अंदर मशीन बनती है, हमको भी मालूम नहीं था। हमारा एक्चुअली ट्रेडिंग फर्म था, हम लोग वुड वर्किंग मशीन का काम करते थे। तो हमारे पास कस्टमर ऐसा हमको मशीन चाहिए, हम लोग उसको मना कर दिया, हमारे पास नहीं है। लकीली कुछ समय बाद में नागपुर की एक पार्टी वेधा करके, उनको स्लाइजिंग मशीन चाहिए थी। उन्होंने मेरे को बताया साहब ताइवान में मशीन मिलती है, आप हमको इंपोर्ट करके दीजिए। बम्बू की मशीन आती है और ताइवान में बनती है। 2000 में, आज 26 साल पहले का सिनेरियो आप देखो तो काफ़ी चेंज है। आज तो ऑनलाइन आप कुछ भी देख के सब बता सकते हैं। बच्चा भी यूट्यूब में जाएगा, देखा, ओ ये तो हमें मिलता है, हमको मालूम है। पर उस समय की पोजीशन तो ऐसी थी नहीं। उन्होंने हमको बताया सर हमको मशीन चाहिए, आप मंगा के दीजिए। हमने वो मशीन मंगा के दिया उनको। पहली मशीन स्लाइजर मशीन दिया, दूसरी मशीन इनसाइड नॉट रोल स्लाइजर मशीन दिया। उसके बाद हमको मालूम पड़ा कि मशीन एक्चुअली वी आर द पार्ट ऑफ द टेक्नोलॉजी। हम लोग खुद मशीन ट्रेडिंग करते थे, हम मशीन के बारे में समझते थे कि भाई मशीन का क्या है। हमने वो मशीन को देखने के बाद हमने कहा भी मशीन इंडिया में बनानी चाहिए। बम्बू लाइन में जैसे हम लोग वो मशीन ने हमको मतलब बम्बू लाइन में हमको कन्वर्ट किया, तो धीरे धीरे फिर हमने सोचा भी मशीन मंगा करके हमने उसको बनाना चालू किया। मशीन देखने के बाद हमको मालूम पड़ा कि बम्बू के अंदर में कौन सी मशीन क्या काम करती है। मशीन तो बना ली हमने देख करके भी, हाँ ये मशीन है, इसके हिसाब से हम भी बना सकते हैं। लेकिन उस समय का जो नॉलेज और जो बम्बू की प्रॉपर्टी हमको मालूम था, बम्बू यानी बम्बू, कोई भी मशीन में कोई भी बम्बू डालो चलना चाहिए, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं रहता है। अब आज के पीरियड में अपन देखें तो मालूम पड़ता है कि हर चीज़ के लिए प्रॉपर रॉ मटेरियल होना चाहिए। अगर मान लिया अगरबत्ती बनाना है तो बम्बू सा वो कौन सा बाल का जो हार्ड जो बताता, सबसे पहले अपना फोटो दिखाता। हमारे कस्टमर सबसे पहले मशीन लेके गए, जो सर ने घर पे सामने सबसे पहले फोटो था इसके आड़ा टेढ़ा कांटे वाला बम्बू, वो लगा दिया। थोड़ी देर बाद मशीन टूट गई, हमको कंप्लेन करता है। हम भी सोचे हो भैया बम्बू तो बम्बू है, हर बम्बू में मशीन चलना ही चाहिए। हमने जाके खोल के सब पार्ट चेंज करके ठीक करके दिया उसको। लेकिन धीरे धीरे डे बाय डे अपग्रेड हुआ। फिर 2006 के अंदर में आपके चिल्ड्रन पार्क अगरतला में पहला एग्जीबिशन हुआ था अपना बम्बू लाइन का, कामेश सलाम थे उस समय। उसके बाद में धीरे धीरे जैसे बम्बू का दायरा बढ़ता गया, बम्बू की नॉलेज बढ़ती गई, फिर चाइना आ गया इस फील्ड में। तो पहले सबसे पहले ताइवान इस लाइन के अंदर था, मशीन के अंदर में। ताइवान का जो चिंगफू इंडस्ट्रियल कॉर्पोरेशन करके था, वो द पॉइनियर था, उन्होंने सब शुरू किया था बम्बू लाइन का। लेकिन जैसे जैसे बढ़ाव हुआ तो ताइवान में चिंगफू वहीं पे रहा और बाकी चाइना वाले बहुत आगे बढ़ गए। उस समय का जो एक दायरा था, लेकिन हम उस समय भी हम लोग टेक्नोलॉजी के बारे में इतना समझ नहीं थे इंडिया के अंदर में। बहुत लिमिटेड लोग मशीन के बारे में समझते थे और लिमिटेड ही मशीन बना पाते थे। जैसे जैसे भी हम लोगों को मालूम पड़ा भी ये मशीन बनती है, हमने आपका अपडेट किया, क्या मशीन बनती है, क्या प्रॉपर्टीज है, बम्बू कौन सा होना चाहिए, कौन से बम्बू से क्या काम होना चाहिए। अभी अगरबत्ती पहले कोई भी बम्बू से बनाने का सोचते थे, अभी मालूम पड़ा अगर आपको अगरबत्ती में टुल्टा बम्बू होना चाहिए। आपको फर्नीचर बनाना तो कौन सा बम्बू होना चाहिए, उसके लिए बनाना तो हर प्रोडक्ट के लिए सेपरेट मशीन है। तो आज की तारीख में हम लोग बम्बू के बारे में सोचें तो इंडिया के अंदर जो पहले भी चाइना की मशीन आती है, पहले चाइना की मशीन अगरबत्ती मशीन काफ़ी आई है। अगरबत्ती राउंड स्टिक बनाने की है, आपका टूथपिक बनाने की है, और कुछ काफ़ी प्रोडक्ट बनाने की मशीन आई है। अब इंडिया में भी वो एक ट्रेंड डेवलप हुआ है। पहले फैसिलिटी नहीं थी अपने पास में इंडिया में, अभी इंडिया में फैसिलिटी काफ़ी है, काफ़ी CNC मशीन डेवलप है, अब टेक्नोलॉजी वाइज स्ट्रॉन्ग है, आपका सब इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर रेडी है। आपको VMC CNC सब, पहले जो पार्ट्स लेथ मशीन से बनाते थे, जब स्टार्टिंग में हम जो लेथ मशीन से पार्ट्स बना के मशीन बनाते थे, हमारी मशीन यहाँ चलती थी, वो बाहर गेट पर आवाज़ आती थी, कारण कि दर नेचुरल अलाइनमेंट नहीं मिलता था, कुछ नहीं होता था। टेक्नोलॉजी वाइज डे बाय डे अपडेट करके आज की तारीख में अपन जो मशीन बनाते हैं एट पार, मतलब बाहर की मशीन से अपन कंपेयर कर सकते हैं। कुछ हायर मशीन ऐसी है जो अपने इंडिया में इतना चलन में नहीं आया है, उसके बारे में अपन को भी
नहीं सर,
थोड़ा
आप
समय लगेगा।
एग्जैक्टली आप जो पॉइंट बोल रहे हैं कि एक मशीन में हर प्रोडक्ट नहीं चलेगा, तो हमको मशीन को प्रोडक्ट के हिसाब से बनाना पड़ेगा, नॉट रिवर्स वे। तो इस हिसाब से यू हैव टू टेलर मेक द मशीन एज पर द प्रोडक्ट्स अवेलेबल, बम्बू अवेलेबल। बट माय पॉइंट वाज स्लाइटली डिफरेंट, क्योंकि इतने सस्ते में एक वेंचर हो रहा है, MSME वेंचर, ये एक आत्मनिर्भरता का एक बहुत अच्छा मीडिया है, तो ये क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? बिकॉज यू आर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग मशीन्स, तो शायद मेरे ख्याल से आप यू आर मार्केटिंग योर प्रोडक्ट बट नॉट मार्केटिंग द कॉज ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट। आई मे बी रॉन्ग, बट हाउ डू यू एड्रेस दैट क्वेश्चन?
देखिए कि पहले जो मशीन नहीं चलती थी उसके काफ़ी कारण थे, हमने काफ़ी स्टडी किया उसके बारे में। काफ़ी मशीन में इसको टेक्निकली हम लोग पहले गाइड नहीं कर पाते थे, लोगों को समझा नहीं पाते थे कि ये मशीन से ऐसा काम होता है, उस तरफ नहीं होता है। अभी हम हमारी मशीन सबके सर्विस वीडियो बनाए हैं, कैसे काम होना चाहिए उनको टेक्निकली हम लोग गाइड कर रहे हैं। और एक छोटे लेवल पे भी हम लोगों ने मशीन डेवलप किया है, ग्राउंड लेवल पर लोग मशीन बना करके काम करके एक अपना एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेट कर सकते हैं। तो हम भी, हमारा जो विजन है 2026, उसमें हमने बहुत एक वाइड लेवल पे प्लानिंग किया है कि अभी जो सक्सेसफुल स्टोरी होनी चाहिए, अब मेरे को ऐसा है कि जिस ढंग से हम लोगों ने प्लानिंग किया है कि किसको कौन कौन सी मशीन अपने को बनाना है, कहाँ सिंगल फेस की मशीन जो मैक्सिमम किस टाइप की मशीन चल सकती है वो मशीन आपको अपग्रेड करना है, लाइट ड्यूटी मशीन करना है, जो ग्राउंड लेवल पर लोग जो काम कर सकते हैं वो मशीन पे हम लोग ज़्यादा फोकस कर रहे हैं। और वो मशीन एक बार सक्सेस हो गई तो मेरे हिसाब से बम्बू लाइन के अंदर में जो भी सेक्टर में काम करने वाले हैं उनको एक बहुत बड़ा फ़ायदा होगा, उनका प्रोडक्शन बढ़ेगा, उनकी आमदनी बढ़ेगी, ये मेरे को विश्वास है।
आज जैसे देखें कि मिनिस्टर साहब ने बता रहे थे कि देयर इज नो मशीन, bamboo producing machine in Odisha, but would you like to put some machines as a prototype or specimen करके इधर आप रखना चाहते हैं, जबकि हमारा युवा पीढ़ी उसमें आके कुछ कर सकते हैं, मशीन देख के वो भी एंथुजियास्टिक हो सकते हैं कोई यूनिट करने के लिए?
जैसे एमएसएमई मिनिस्टर आए थे, उन्होंने बताया था कि अपने को इस तरह का करना चाहिए। एक्चुअली एक सीएफसी प्रॉपर प्लानिंग करना चाहिए अपने को। हर प्रोडक्ट का जीरो वेस्टेज के हिसाब से पूरा प्लान अगर अपन करके करते हैं तो टोटल प्रोडक्ट बनते हुए दिखेंगे और आपका जीरो वेस्ट के हिसाब से आपका होगा। और एक ज़रूरी है, जैसे महाराष्ट्र में इस समय काफ़ी अच्छा है, जैसे हमारा BRTC है और काफ़ी जगह हमारे इस तरह का प्रोजेक्ट चालू है कि लोगों को गोंडवाना यूनिवर्सिटी है उन्होंने भी इस तरह का बनाया है। ऐसा एक अपने उड़ीसा में भी होना चाहिए, उसमें आपको टेक्निकली सपोर्ट और कोई प्रोजेक्ट के लिए गाइडलाइन चाहिए तो हम आपको पूरा सपोर्ट
सोनी जी, आवर फाउंडेशन विल कॉन्टैक्ट यू, सम ऑफ आवर एंटरप्रेन्योर्स आल्सो विल कॉन्टैक्ट यू फ्यूचर में, इसके आगे सिनर्जी बढ़ाएंगे। थैंक यू। मिस्टर संजय सिंह, डॉक्टर संजय सिंह, पार्टनर प्रिंसिपल कंसल्टेंट ग्रीन सॉल्यूशंस इंडिया। सर, question is, bamboo is all-round product. It has got its ESG, it promotes the cause of ESG. Then why it is not being used? We talk about creating forest. There are so many other alternatives, but why not bamboo as a ESG initiative?
Thank you.
We have not seen many.
Thank you. When I entered in bamboo, I think it was a dream only. Suddenly from US to in India, and India you are having an opportunity. Would you like to be a member of bamboo industrial revolution? So when I say, of course, I'll be willing to happy to be part of it. Then what is the raw material? He said bamboo. What? Bamboo? I do not know anything about bamboo. So first thing is the perception about bamboo. When I entered into little details of it, then I find out it is always being considered. Still today, I am being in 15 years in bamboo, and still it is a rural raw material only. So that was the first thing that we need to accept.
That means you mean to say supply chain is lacking?
So first thing is this perception, okay? That is, bamboo is lacking. Still today it is lacking. That's why in my all things, and I have changed that. The first industrial activity and the most successful, still it is the #1 activity in India by any means. You can compare any parameter available in the world, whether it is ISO, ASTM, anyone you can bring it down. You will find Indian bamboo is coming at #1 in parameters. Secondly, when we went little deep again, because it is an industry, then we went out about the data. How much bamboo is available? To be very much surprised to me, because I came from the professional industry and I am in a profession for the last decades before I entered into the bamboo. I went to the forest office. And, there cannot be anything bad than these words. तुम पागल है? इधर कौन बैम्बू है? इधर बैम्बू है ही नहीं, कहाँ ढूंढेगा बैम्बू? तो मैं बोला भैया, मैंने किसी को वादा किया है कि ये ड्रीम तो सक्सेस होना है, क्योंकि मेरा लाइफ का मोटो है और मैंने ऐसा हर पूरे अफ्रीका में किया है, जहाँ पे जंगल में मंगल पैदा किए हैं, तो अपने देश में मुझे मौका मिला है तो कैसे नहीं होगा मंगल? तो तो वो डाटा ना मिलने से अपने को उल्टा डिस्करेज ना हो रहा कि अपन इंकरेज हुए कि हम डाटा पैदा करेंगे. 3 months I was in bamboo forest, almost 4 to 5 kilometers, just village to village. I was walking, having fear from the back. भैया इधर मत जाना, वापस आने का चांस नहीं है. हम बोला हम ये सब चीज़ें तो अफ्रीका में देख दिया कि आदमी को गोरे काले सब कोई मिलता नहीं. तो बैम्बू का डाटा हमने गैदर किया 3 महीने के अंदर अपना टीम के साथ में. उसको 3 कैटेगराइज में किया कि किस जगह में ज़्यादा बैम्बू होता है, किस जगह में थोड़ा कम है और किस में बहुत ही स्कैटर्ड है, जो हमने दर्शाया अभी कि प्योर फॉरेस्ट और डेंस और स्कैटर्ड फॉरेस्ट. दैट्स हाउ वी कैटेगराइज. वी सबमिटेड दैट डाटा to the forest department. Still that data is workable. There is no upgradation happens, and still I am saying in this is the talks of January, February, March of 2013, and still that data is still workable because we have shared those data to the industry 2 years back when they came up with the new cluster. So that was the second. Third thing was the logistics. When bamboo is available, what do you need? Industrial bamboo, you have gradings. So everywhere it is Balcoa. Balcoa had 2 different things. Note is so hard, like the sir said, the machine can bundle. Machine gone. Once you set the machine according to the dawn, then the internode gap, it is so light, like a makhan, कि वो वहीं पे machine चलती आगे बढ़ता ही नहीं. So that means the standardizing in quality. Then we went back and industrialized those parameters, what we need for industrial activity. And that's how we came. And the Tulda, it came first. Then it came to the availability. Because industry need to work 365 days. You cannot work कि 6 महीना bamboo forest देगा, 6 महीने बाद bamboo forest को नहीं देगा. So that was the third thing. Availability, supply chain, and the quality management. Then it comes to the policies, as having the bad luck and meeting with the forest data first. So it was a policy hindrance. It was a big gap. Industrial, there was no policy. Like in Odisha, we are not having bamboo industrial policy. I'm not talking about bamboo policy. I'm talking about the industrial policy. We have categorized small scale, medium scale, large scale, all those things. Earlier it's supposed to be 25 lakh, 1 crore, 5 crore. Now, small scale itself, you have to start from crores.
No, but it is covered in MSME policy. Any industry you put with a machine is industry, and you get all subsidy and all those things. But there is no special subsidy for bamboo because bamboo needs to be grown.
So this is a parity.
Agriculture policy needs to be supported, exactly.
Nearby state Maharashtra is having a successful industrial policy, whereas industry has not come up to that level where the policy is. Still lot need to be done. But in Odisha, since 2017, I know that industrial policy is supposed to come up here. We put a proposal there. Karpe Sabha has followed so many times. But industrial policy has not been initiated. It is now 9 years. Since the successful implementation, and the seeds were so hard, so good. Results were distributed. Furnitures was made with Odisha bamboo. And it is there in the Chief Minister's house, in the Principal Chief Secretary's house. That time it was supplied. So those things are the things still on the groundwork is not seen for industrial activity. Artisans and all, it is there. But you cannot run. You have seen in the business slides. It is nowhere. It is a peanuts. It's a drop of iceberg. The artisans, the handicrafts. What we need is the industrial activity.
That is, scale is lacking there in artisan.
And these are the fundamentals where we are lacking. That's why the industry has not come up.
As I was just going through Google and I found that this is the fastest growing grass and it grows 2 inches in 1 hour. So you can really watch in naked eyes probably. It grows 2 inches in 1 hour. If it is so, then it will fast produce all its benefits, which grows fast, gives benefits fast. So this needs to be marketed in policy level, in the cultivators level, in government level, so that I think the bamboo mission will take off. What do you say about it?
Sir, I will add two things. The rapid rate we are destroying the earth or we are flattening the earth, because I did studies in the last 26 years, my own data and my own Africa, Central America and India experience. 3,200 kilometers हम लोग हर साल फ्लैट कर रहे हैं, जमीन को बिल्कुल गंजा कर रहे हैं, मेरी तरह. तो अभी उसके लिए उस गैप को फिल करने में टिम्बर है ही नहीं. Bamboo is the only source in the world.
Sir, since bamboo also helps in soil erosion, protecting soil erosion, there are some wastelands. There are some areas identified for wasteland, wetland. Can bamboo be grown in those areas?
Thank you so much. I was very much expecting this, that somebody must ask this kind of question कि कहाँ bamboo पैदा कर सकते हैं. अपने देश में आप हिमालय को छोड़ दीजिए बस. राजस्थान जहां मैं अभी रहता हूं,
रेगिस्तान में भी हो सकता
सर चारों जगह पे ईस्ट वेस्ट नॉर्थ साउथ प्योर रेगिस्तान में बैम्बू होता है. जहां पे बहुत ज्यादा मर्शी लैंड है वहां पे बैम्बू होता है. अभी बंगाल का तो सर ने बताया ही था, दामोदर वैली, वो बैम्बू ने ग्रो किया. अभी थोड़ा टाइम पहले एक सवाल आया था कि क्या बैम्बू को हम वेटलैंड में लगा सकते हैं. Bamboo can be planted anywhere, any degraded soil. जो soil सबसे खराब हो वहाँ पे bamboo लगाइए. Species locally search करनी होगी. Species you cannot import कि चाइना से import करके लाएंगे या मलेशिया से लाएंगे या भारत के किसी दूसरे कोने से उठा के लाएंगे. Species locally होनी चाहिए क्योंकि soil की अपनी fertility है, soil की अपनी expectation है. Bamboo जब बारिश होती है तो पानी घूंटों पीता है और जब dry होता है तो bamboo पानी को छोड़ देता है. अभी हमारे सामने एग्जाम्पल हुआ था जिंजर का और हल्दी का कि बैम्बू प्रोटेक्ट करता है. जी.
Thank you very much. Now coming to the last panelist, Dr. Pranam Kumar Nath, Bioenergy and Bamboo Supply Chain Specialist, Assam Bioethanol Private Limited. Sir, now we have seen that there are various stakeholders in this, like right from growers to industrialists to machine manufacturers to government and entrepreneurs, motivators. So what one unified policy you will suggest that everything will be coordinated into growth of bamboo industry?
Thank you. Yes. So, like we have already seen from the morning onwards, we have seen many industries. So, and even in our plant also, we are planning to secure 5 lakh ton of green bamboo per year. So, as on date, we have not realized that there is a lack of material, but there is a lack of, this coordination between the stakeholders, which need to be built up.
Exactly.
Stakeholders, I mean to say, right from the grassroots people, the communities, forest fringe areas, villages, then say first grown bamboos, and the policies, and also the value addition, the stakeholder who does the value addition, say the harvesters, transporters, and all this. So because in Assam and northeastern states, previously there were some paper industries which are not working now. So people have moved to some other area of cultivation, say betel nut, rubber is there, tea is there. So as soon as we have started our operation in the ground, so people have, been a little bit aware of that there is again the provision of bamboo being sold to the industry and earning some livelihood. So as of now, we are trying to integrate all the people and stakeholders to our system. And yes, there are some gaps in the ground. And now we are trying to taking all those stakeholders into on board. And obviously, there is some lack of some coordination also because everything is happening for the first time. For our biorefinery, this is like we call it that it is a first of its kind in the world. Again, say construction industry, it is taking leap day by day. So as we go ahead, obviously there will be requirement of coordination from all the contributing stakeholders. And we are taking care of that. Obviously, I cannot say because for us also we are not 100% operational as on that, which we are going to achieve very soon. But we are structuring all those stakeholders into one system platform so that there is transparency in the communication and there is flow of information, because everybody should be well informed about the requirement, when and what is the need, what is the price. And we have made one supply chain software solution where all the stakeholders will be on board and everybody will be able to take informed decision, so that what is the requirement, what is the price going on. And there is also the issue of bamboo price. Karpezi has also
You meant to
mentioned.
suggest there should be a coordination committee between stakeholders so that...
Yes, so we are taking care of that. I cannot say there is gap, but I should say, yes, there are huge scope of coordinating all these things so that on a holistic way, all kind of development can happen.
Thank you very much. Closure statement already. So this will be a free question to all of you. Whoever wants can answer. I mean, in a nutshell, if you want to say immediately to be fruitful, this mission to be fruitful and have a rapid start, can you suggest some policy, at least? Whether it will be implemented or not is to be seen later. Policy for our state in terms of fiscal policy, in terms of land lease policy, what needs to be undertaken so that we can increase a bamboo cultivation into a targeted quantum of land. Any one of you can answer.
Well, I can, very interestingly, right from the morning, I was just thinking one thing. We should not depend everything on government. There is a pure psychic situation. What is coming to my mind is that I'm just giving an example of a highway sector. 3 decades before, or 2.5 decades before, India was very much in need of expansion of the highway sector. And what the government of India or the state government did, they came up with a mode called PPP mode. So here, what is necessary now today is, first, the awareness of bamboo utility, or as a bamboo as a material of not only as a construction material, but as it is a profiteering business. So sense of business has to come, and then in the PPP mode. Because what is happening is, I will not advise that the agricultural land should be substituted by bamboo. I am against that, honestly. I mean, some view had come, but I was just listening to the previous things. So I am against very much that.
Any land is fit for bamboo cultivation.
What I am interested in is that there are so many government lands which is remaining unutilized, and there it should come as a PPP mode. Many entrepreneurs will come, and they will do the business. Government will provide the land.
On PPP mode.
Yeah, on the PPP mode. That is the best thing. Then
this is the one best thing you have suggested, correct.
And the success story is highway sector.
Correct.
Success story is the government. And it has been done by government only. Okay? So that has to be implemented. That is my suggestion.
Thank you very much. Please, if you want to add something.
Like India's industrial policies are not available. That is the first thing that seriously we have to think. But before that, because government has a stake and government has other responsibilities too, what government supposed to be doing to encourage bamboo? Like we have seen oxygen parks 4 years back. That time it was the first priority, how we get the better oxygen. So it should be a model. In few states at that period, COVID time, that we did it. Like neem in, I'll say in Rajasthan, neem is a species that has been put in the oxygen park. Same way bamboo, because those who know bamboo, they are supposed to be an oxygen park. That will create the awareness. The more footfall, the more connectivity with the bamboo. That is one thing that it is lacking. Second thing, we need to develop the standards. Standards for quality, standards for metrics. How, we always say carbon storage is happening. But at what standards we are following? So those standards supposed to be specific, supposed to be localized. It cannot be like we have imported for somebody. Second thing, we need to understand bamboo is a crop. Bamboo is not agriculture or paddy or sugar cane we compare with. All policies till today, the bamboo has been adopted either by imported from agriculture, sugar cane, or for paddy or from wheat. It is not that way. Bamboo requires its own entities, its own care. Like here, we are having different people. You are a professor, right? He's an entrepreneur. He's an engineer. He is doing a technologist. I am putting up together all the technologies because I am making the project management. Here we have a machine experts. What we need is the integration is not there. The last one. And what's supposed to be the first one? Because no one is talking about is the market. Who will link the market? Right? I am saying I can link the export market for certain products. I cannot be saying I can do everything. So what government can do in that? Government can put, okay, localized is one. Local material, like we have one district, one product. Same way, we can have, if you put up a bamboo industry, you put up a tile industry, you put up a mat industry, okay, 30% of your requirements will go to the government projects. Because government is the mass consumer. Until unless government will open the scope for entrepreneurs to come up, why the corporates will come? When there is no data, no policy support, no any standards by the government or agencies, tomorrow they can come up and say, like wood industries and other furniture industries, others are facing QCO, Quality Control of India.
No,
But
not to just
same
not,
way.
Yeah, not just to blame whatever is available. Where to start?
Yeah,
Is the
this
question.
is where that to promote an industry, like I have been talking, now I'm more cautious because certain people have interacted with me post my first session. Responsibility is better, understanding how the money should come to them. So that means if they put up their energy, their product and their resources in that, government should have take a responsibility as a policy. 30% of your inputs, local inputs will be coming to the government projects. Somebody is making door, okay. He is sure that whatever energy he is putting, at least one part will go to a one project. Flooring, wall paneling, ceiling, furnitures. Okay, 30% of furniture is local and it has to be manufactured here. Or you can add a value addition. So that kind of policy support. Again,
Like in
earlier
defense,
it was there.
In defense, such policies have come.
Earlier it was there, the interest policy. Okay. I don't know why we have removed those things silently. Because when somebody is putting money, he need to return that money. And industry is the first person who always returns. Data shows all those mediocres, all those street vendors, they're returning the money. That's how they're getting money back. So the interest subsidy was there. Transport subsidy in bamboo, it is very much important. It's supposed to be there. That the policymakers can do it, easily can do it.
Bamboo is a forest product. It grows in unreachable places where road is not there. And I have seen, I belong to a place, tribal place called Raigada, and their JK paper used to collect, bamboos. And the tribal people, they do a lot of hardship to bring it to the road. So that was the main hardship. They can cut trees and they can bring, that was the main
You have touched 3 points. Firstly, raw material is in deep inside. So promote or
No,
make
it has
a
a wild
policy.
growth. You cannot help it.
Make a policy that way that industry is attracted to going to those places, not bringing the raw material here. Secondly, skills are already available. If industry is going, investing money and have the basics done there itself, then the skills will be utilized locally. The transportation or importing of skills will not happen. The localized will be surviving. And the economy will become what we call circular economy. Bamboo is the one that can answer this. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. I think this has been a wonderful session. Last one or two questions to the audience. Anyone, if you want to participate, you have got anything in your mind? Anybody can come forward. Otherwise, we'll wrap up the session. Please come forward.
So is there someone else before me who wants to put up a question or? Okay, first.
You start.
Thank you. So good evening, everyone. So I'm here to ask a question to the panelists here. So I've heard the sessions throughout the day, and I must say it has been a wonderful experience today. And I would like to ask, it's a general question, if audience also wants to give some suggestions. It's a totally interactive question. So my question is, I understand that bamboo is a completely sustainable, powerful resource. That's what we have understood. But what is lacking in us? What changes do we need to make? Is it mindset, is it the market, or is it the policy? What comes first to your mind to unlock its true potential?
It is the mindset.
Thank you.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, as you rightly said, that is also coming to my mindset. Mindset is the first thing. Let us go out with the mindset that this wonderful material God has gifted us, and we are closing our eyes not to use it. So let us first.
It could be lack of knowledge also.
Yeah, I mean, but nowadays on bamboo, a lot of knowledge has come, to be honest with you. Even in NBC, you will find a lot of information. But the mindset is not there. That's the first thing.
Sir, if you go and meet any architect or interior decorator or designer, ask him what is important for your business. He will tell you that sustainability and eco are the buzzword. Okay? Then ask him second question, which is world's #1 sustainable material? The designer will tell you bamboo is world sustainable number. And third question, you ask him how much bamboo you have used, he said 0. So knowledge is there, mindset need to be changed.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
So, my question, my turn actually, sir. Sir, actually I am from a rural village actually, but I am a development professional. My question is very simple. My family used to sell bamboo every year around 70 to 8 pieces in our rural areas. But my thought is that bamboo is a grandparent's, actually it is a grandparent asset actually. Because my father was not interested to keep it, but it remained. And now, just 1 month ago, I was not interested, I want to clean up. My daughter also not interested to keep it up. But I thought today's deliberation, I think it is a grandparent's actually asset actually. During my childhood, there is a lot of demand because people are staying with a thatched house. So, people are demanding through me, actually I was in school, no? People are demanding, I need two bamboo actually from your home. But during that time, there was a lot of demands. When bamboo is using as an exterior, building house and all these things. Nowadays, entire day discussing about demand actually. If you see in Odisha contest, so how can you make a demand line so that bamboo will be cultivated and used? That carbon market and all these things, that is different. But I want to know how immediately we can start demand market actually.
I have given the answer. I mean, as I have already said, I will give a very interesting example. I have told now how the government of India or world as a whole is interested in carbon emission reduction. Interestingly, Heathrow Airport, a very interesting example. Heathrow Airport, because of its inflow and number of flights, they wanted to expand. The engineering department went ahead. But when the carbon emission statistics was made, immediately it was stalled. So I am waiting for those days. These structures which we are building, I am also a part of that. I am responsible for that. I don't see my responsibility. we are only doing concrete structures or steel structures. Now, again, a time is coming, we have to go back to those thatched house with straw and bamboos. And that is not too far away. That is not too far away, because the way we are creating this world, the climate change and everything is a self-creation. It is not, it is human creation. And now we are aware that if it is not eradicated, things will be worse. So again, we are going back to that, do those days. Okay?
I want to add, please. I'm sorry.
Yeah, please.
First thing, this is nature, right? Once the fruit is full, you must take it. Otherwise, it is going to be dead itself. So that is the first thing. If you want to remember our forefathers, so you have to continue harvesting so that new shoots keep on coming, new children keep on generating. Secondly, why you have to do some magic. Say, my bamboo can grow 10 times a day. Create a hype in the market, because this is always a marketing strategy. You want to sell your bamboo? Create the hype. My bamboo grows 10 times a day. Market, WhatsApp, and throw it. And then you see how many customers you are getting. Without selling a bamboo, you will get generation.
Sanjay sir, just one spot question to you, sir. Sir, from this conclave, I request from the expert that in Odisha, many of people's mindset, I want to clean my bamboo bush. This is common in Odisha actually. Many of people are thinking that I want to clean my bamboo bush. From this conclave onwards, so how can you share that we will keep this bamboo bush in our backward? That was the word from my side actually, I request from you, so that the conclave will be fruitful and Odisha will be bamboo rich state actually. Thank you so much.
I will
sir.
close with this. Why you need a green material? We have glass, we have steel, we have concrete. Touch anything. The more the degradation of environment will happen, automatically we will come close to the natural materials. What is natural material? Bamboo, it is timber, all kind of things. So these are the things. Still you can touch and feel. This is normal. And you feel the glass, it's cold. So the more the degradation will happen, natural material we are compelled to grow with. So that's how this is the real time. For the last 5 years we are saying it, but really this is the real time. Believe that bamboo is a natural material and automatically it will come in life. You have to replicate it. You have to adapt it. Thank you.
Last question, please.
Yeah, good evening to the panel. I'm a virtual noob in this, the bamboo sector, but today was a very enlightening session. So I have just one question. I don't know whether people here would be able to address it. The thing is, I understood today that the bamboo degrades after 4 to 5 years. The culm starts to degrade. So earlier, the forest department, they used to cut the bamboo and bring it to the market. I understand that in the late 90s, after the paper mills shut down, so I understand that thing started stopping in Odisha. So my question is it still happening today? Is the department creating that infrastructure or bringing that bamboo to the market? Because that is something that will be going waste. And secondly, is that a process where that bamboo is being brought to the market, and what is the quality, whether it can be used, if it is coming to the market, whether it can be used for our purposes? Since agri-plantation is something, I mean, we are in a world food crisis also, so it's not advisable that, bring the agricultural lands into the bamboo sector. So if the bamboo is already readily available, the government is already giving out mining licenses and everything else. So why not do something similar to the bamboo sector, where it would be sustainable, the culms could be replanted, forest growth would increase. So this is the thing that I wanted to ask.
I'll answer first, then I'll pass on to the Karpe sir. He will be the person who has done mastery in this. Firstly, bamboo can be grown anywhere. And we always suggest that bamboo should be given the opportunity to grow in degraded land. So we are not suggesting, or nobody in the bamboo sector will suggest that you should convert any fertile land to the bamboo forest. Secondly, forest bamboo is always harvested by forest people and brought to the market, whether it is long-term lease or yearly sales, anything. Because Maharashtra, it is happening, we have seen, we have bought, and we have utilized. But quality, the parameter for forest departments, for all government departments, this is a tedious raw material. It has become a burden. So I'll pass on to the sir. He will add more value.
So the most of the bamboo which you have is of one particular variety. And even though most of the forest mills are closed, but that bamboo is being harvested and sold through auction. Government of Orias has already appointed one agency to extract the bamboo and sell it in the market. It's a private agency, and that agency is sharing revenue with the government. So that is happening, but now most of the bamboo is an interior place. It is on hill, no motorable roads. So bringing it down is costly, and because the species are not commercial species, so harvesting, transporting, and selling become difficult. So most of the forest bamboo is planted keeping in mind only conservation. Now farmer needs to come forward and start doing farming of bamboo of a better species, which will give you more yield, better quality bamboo, and then things will move.
Can I add one more thing, sir?
I
Sir,
think we
sir,
can have it later. The last person is standing for the question, please.
Sir, actually, I am.
Why you are not speaking? You have been standing long, you know.
Yes, yes. Hi, everybody. Very good evening.
Quickly.
It was a splendid day. Indeed. In fact, I have a different aspect to mention here, maybe to the chair report here. When we talk of inclusive value chain of bamboo, we also have to talk of the social inclusivity. Like in Odisha, we have a specific community, the traditional bamboo artisans, they are called the dummers. So when you talk of inclusive value chain, we have to also go for retraining of those traditional communities, so they also can be part of this great joining that we are talking
in social forestry, I think they are also included.
Yes,
they are
yes.
not,
Yes,
nobody
yes.
is talking to
no, we are talking
exclude
the
them.
retraining of the people who are already traditionally doing it so that they can do in a better manner.
True, true.
So they can be market ready.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you, sir.
think, sir, you will add anything to this?
Yes, accepted. Next,
please.
Yes, sir. Actually, I am Ashutosh. I am into industry. I am into manufacturing industries of stabilizers. Earlier, I was in Germany. I was in Bosch Engineering, and after quitting that, I am into my family business. So now, sir, we are planning to diversify into this bamboo sector. So, sir, I just want to get some suggestions that in which industry should I go for a better income? Just like, should I go for the carbon credits? Should I go for charcoal, or can I get any other suggestions?
Please come and meet me after the session.
Sure, sir. And sir, one more thing. Sir told about the waste degraded land. It is very difficult to get a waste degraded land. Actually, I couldn't get some much support from anyone, so now I am in my own planning to start 100 acres of
I think
bamboo
it
farming.
requires a lot more deliberation. You please talk to sir. He has been very kind enough to consult you.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I just wanted to get some ideas for that. Okay, sir.
Yes, last question.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Madam.
Please, madam.
Give mic to her.
Good evening, forum. This is myself, Monalisa Raut. I'm basically from architecture, interior designing, and landscape designing. I have been using bamboo since many years. Although I have very less knowledge related to my state, I went a training program conducted by Ghani sir. It was in Kalimpong. So there I learned different types of bamboo, how to harvest it, then cut it, then get it. I learned about the machines and all those. But still I feel a little bit of unfilled because I didn't know about the finishing and all those materials that to be stacked and to be done those furnitures in my state because it's the humid climate here in Odisha. I request to have some training programs for entrepreneurs on bamboo and how can we like be more skilled before starting off any MSFE industries here. And it is very required to have a better skill to start anything.
I think this was not discussed. Sir,
Thank you. Firstly, we are talking about degradation of bamboo. This is one thing. Naturally, it degrades. But here we are talking about the product degradation. Am I right? Finishing you are talking about, right? Finishing altogether a base of step-by-step process. Firstly, the bamboo, specifically about bamboo. Bamboo need to be dried first. First, it has to be treated first because always all the treatments we are doing the wet treatment. So it need to be treated first so that the life can be increased. Secondly, drying. Once the drying happens, then it becomes durable, stable, and resilient to all weather environments. Then it needs protection. What we call the sanding, smoothing, the primary process. After smoothing, the secondary comes the sealing. The way you have sealed, the way you want to seal it and keep it and visualize day after day. So sealing. Then it comes the protective layer, the final layer, lacquering. Whether you can do the PU lacquers, water-based PU, environmental PU, or thinner-based PU. It is up to you, like melamines. It is depending upon the cost. It starts from 100 rupee liters to the thousands of rupees liters. The more you go to the environmentals, then the cost keep on increasing. So it is the process fault. It is not the product, it is not the raw material, or it is not the artisan's work. I will add value to that gentleman also. The selling market is readily available. Handicrafts are there. Like Karpe sir said, one ceiling light. We ordered 5,000 ceiling light for export order. We want 3 months time frame. And exactly the same parameters has been controlled through the design first, approved design, developed into the drawing, and then gave. The first answer came, we are 300 people in the vicinity, in the community we can say, and 5,000 making, we need at least 5 months. So first thing, export limitations are based upon the market. When the market is coming, only if the material is there before the season, before Diwali if we say, if before Diwali the material is on the shelves, then it can be sold. After Diwali, nobody is going to have that opportunity. Secondly, the constant parameters. 300 people cannot make 300 parameters. It has to, all has to come into the time frame. All these comes into the training part. This is where the One Future Foundation, the government, or like the platform we are here, we are all acting as a trainer. Whether as an engineer, as an architect, as an entrepreneur, as a manufacturer, as a project consultant, as a process consultant, we are doing the training to all the people interested. If 5 people comes back, like you are one of them, and they ask the more, so that means we have reached, the foundations have reached, all the teams who has offered, like the professor sir, they have reached the point, what we want to communicate. The next thing is the formalizing, specializing things. If you require machining, then sir will be there. If you require any process related things, I can be a help. If you require any kind of deep knowledge, then process can be helped at the other stages. So that is the next stage on the foundation level.
Yes, I'll just add 2 sentences. I remember, I mean, the way he has asked, when a new concept has to be popularized, there has to be training program. I mean, that is most important. I remember about 2 decades before, in bridges or in buildings in India, steel was not being, structural steel, not reinforcement steel. Structural steel was not being used very, hugely. So what has happened in ISDRAG, there is an organization called Institute for Steel and Development Growth, which is a combination of the Ministry of Steel and all steel producers of the country. So they came up, and every state headquarter, they started popularizing how is the design. They gave examples of design, and then people started using it. So that is how, her question is, how to popularize it. So only thing is that that is possible only when giving the live examples and also the training properly. I think that way it can be expanded. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Before an engineer, we have to be to an institute to be an engineer.
Yes,
So,
just to add to what sir told, because this is also related to agriculture and agroforestry and all this bamboo. In agriculture, we have one term called extension, like where people, what they do,
I think
whatever is...
after this session we can have it because one more session is left.
Yeah.
And it is
So
already
whatever
dark.
the outcome the scientists and agriculturists, they get to prove, that is popularized among the farmers. So same way, the concept of bamboo, how it should be used, how it can be popularized, what are the products that can be made, what are the machineries that need to be used. So same way that extension kind of activities that need to be extensively carried out soon after this program, I guess. Thank you.
thank you.
I think we all need applause because this is the session where nobody has any interruption, has any problem. Everybody is patient when the interaction is happening. Thank you so much for all of us.
Sir, I am from the agriculture sector. Just one question. Because all we discussed very vividly, but one sector we have missed, I hope, that is from the agriculture sector. When you are thinking of the crop intensity, there is a cattle maintenance and elephant maintenance. Cattle maintenance during the Rabi and summer, elephant maintenance across the year. So can you have some provision for this bamboo for elephant in the forest and green fencing in the area where we can utilize the residual moisture for this second crop, because even sometimes this solar fencing is not working. So can you have some bamboo variety that will be suitable for green fencing like thing? So that will be, because in the past, bamboo is one of the part of the culture. Now it is just diminishing. So through this we can reintroduce the culture in the society and farming sector.
Okay. Please correct me if I heard your question wrong. So you are asking about green fencing to prevent elephant conflict?
Green fencing for cattle maintenance during, because in the
so
Rabi season.
Obviously after me, sir will answer. Green fencing, I am aware of one technology that Rainforest Research Institute, it is a part of ICFRE. They are using bambusa bamboos, the thorny bamboo, and they have some patterns. So they used to plant it in the periphery so as to use it as a green fencing. Yeah. And in addition to that, in our work that we are carrying out along with Assam Agroforestry Development Board, nowadays this Assam lemon, one variety is there that is also very much thorny, that is also planted in those parameters in alternate ways so that farmers or whoever owns that plantation area, he can double his income also from the timber or biomass that is he is getting from the bamboo and as well as from this Assam lemon. So those two are provision, and I'll request her to.
Green fencing is very much possible, whether it is resilient for the decoration or for the strength. Bahubali is the only answer to metal in the world till date. Crash barrier, we have seen Bahubali crash barrier. The only solution till date that has repelled, beaten by very hard is the bamboo. And it has been promoted as a Bahubali bamboo. So Bahubali bamboo is the one that can solve your problem.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
Because this is thing. Secondly, I want to add two more points. Green treatment, many people are not aware. The treatment is also green treatment. You don't need any kind of chemical, including you don't need boric acid, borax, or any other chemical. What is that? Anybody can imagine? We are all using in our own homes. Vinegar. Treat bamboo with vinegar. Commercial vinegar, lab-made vinegar, treat bamboo with vinegar because bamboo adopts very fast. So that is a green treatment. It is possible. And it is nearby. We have not seen it. If you put any vegetables in vinegar, it doesn't spoil. If you put anything in oil, it does not spoil. Same way, because oil will be costly. Or you need to be boil that. You need to heat in the oil before you get the treatment. Secondly is the waste. Waste, like the ash, like the carbon, like the, if you throw on the field bamboo waste, bamboo ash, then the productivity increases. Many people don't know that these are the fertility of the soil increases with those waste, bamboo waste.
One interesting fact I just remembered now. Once I saw in National Geographic, somebody was lost in forest and he was in need of water and he found water inside the bamboo tree. He was narrating that water is here and he cut it. And is it true?
It is.
Then bamboo, there is a water source in bamboo also?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Because bamboo, it takes water, it can adopt even 3 to 4 times of its own weight.
No, but drinkable water.
Yes, yes, it can. It is pure, like nariyal.
Exactly.
If there is no hole in the bamboo internodes and water is there naturally, you can drink it. But remember, in India we have 135 species. Each species has its own characteristics, its own uses. So don't fool in that way. If I am saying that you can eat all waters, it is not. Balkoa water should not drink. Because Balkoa is not a Tulda is can, but Balkoa is not a. Because their chemical properties are different.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. The last panel discussion had to be this spectacular. Can we have a round of applause? And from the host team, may I request Shri Shadha Prasad Panda to please join us on stage and present tokens of love and gratitude to all the panelists and the moderator for that fantastic session that spoke in length about a lot of benefits of bamboo and how we can commercialize the industry. And some young people here were asking about which path to choose, when to invest. I think we have very generous spokespersons here. You can mail to their office, they'll revert in detail. We couldn't take more questions because of time constraint, but I think the floor had been overtly active, overwhelming questions. Thank you very much. This speaks about the success of the conclave, and the chief coordinator himself is presenting tokens of love. Thank you, Shri Shadha Prasad Panda, and the entire host team. Can we have a round of applause for One Future Foundation, for Bharatiyam Trust, and for National Institute of Fashion Technology for collaborating, curating such a thoughtful, insightful platform where we could talk about and learn about bamboo. It's been so wonderful since morning. All of us are together in learning and evolving. This is such a rare platform, and we look forward to see many more editions of such initiatives. But right now, we cannot thank these gentlemen enough for sharing their expertise with us, their decades of journey with bamboo, the experimentations, the technology, the know-how. This means so much to each one of us present here. We definitely have one official for the gentlemen gleaming with pride and honor as they represent bamboo industry, and we look forward to see their success story travel the world. Thank you very much for participating at National Bamboo Conclave 2026. Thank you. And I think a valedictory address is much needed after the day's affair. So may I request Shri Shadha Prasad Panda to conclude the conclave with his address and vote of thanks.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It was a splendid day indeed. It was also a quite engaging and productive day with a galaxy of experts, entrepreneurs, and practitioners, presenting, deliberating, brainstorming, and paving the path for our future bamboo initiative in the state and in the country. The day started with inauguration and launching of the National Bamboo Conclave 2026 with Honorable Minister Forest and MSME. The key takeaway from today's conclave are the fastest growing, tallest grass on our planet. Bamboo is not merely a plant, it is a symbol of life, resilience, and sustainability, which can be a true driver of the green economy, benefiting cross-sections of beneficiaries with an inclusive value chain. The opportunities bamboo provide before also spans across multiple sectors, including green energy, construction, manufacturing, and environmental protection. Maximizing the potential of bamboo requires continuous investment in scientific research and innovation in the areas of species advancement, technological innovation, academic and institutional collaboration. The way forward for the government of Odisha, based on deliberations of National Bamboo Conclave 2026 today, is as follows. An assessment posters gaps, gray areas, potentials, and possibilities of the bamboo sector in Odisha through a GIS-based baseline survey and mapping. Institutional alignment, coordination, convergence of Odisha Bamboo Development Authority functions with agriculture, forest, industries, livelihoods, and MSME departments of the state government. Develop Odisha as a pilot state for climate resilient bamboo development. Expedite notification of the Odisha Bamboo Development Policy. Inclusion of bamboo cultivation under Chief Minister Krushi Udyog Yojana CMKUY to benefit farmers at a large through FPOs. Mobilize green climate funds, supports to the SHGs and small farmers. Ensure investment in bamboo green belts around industrial zones. Provide concessional green financing for bamboo-based enterprises. Promote government procurement of bamboo-based furniture and office products. Establish a bamboo research institute in the state to bring this sector up as a part of industry. Make plans to upgrade the industry through innovation, better processing, molding, bending, and improved supply chains. Set a national goal to establish a comprehensive industrial system for bamboo products, increasing quality, variety, and utilization. Using bamboo to supplement farm income, create jobs, and link farmers to markets. Recognize bamboo's role in carbon sequestration, improving soil fertility, and combating climate change. Focus on technological breakthroughs in processing and product development supported by institutions like the Forest Research Institute or a National Bamboo Research Institute. Build at least 10 promotion bases in resource-rich areas for R&D standards and brand building. More bamboo research institutes should come up in other states also. Make concerted efforts to improve production, sales, links, public procurement, and regulations to support bamboo products. With this, I am very much thankful to some of the industrialists, private entrepreneurs for supporting to make success this national conclave on bamboo. First is Mr. Dasarathi Mahanti, Concept Infra Business Private Limited, Deepak Mahanti, Pravati Construction Private Limited, S&M Groups Odisha, KCCL Bhubaneswar, and I am very much thankful to our technical partner, National Institute of Fashion Technology, NIFT, and even 22 states was our event measure. Last but not the least, we are also thankful to Regional Director CD, Mr. Pradeep Harichandan, and all the printing media, electronic medias for making this program success. I once again thankful to all the dignitaries present in this national conclave. Thank you all. Now I declare to close this National Conclave 2026 with a lot of hope and aspiration for future. Namaskar.